Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the final day of the Sonic Adventure Era Marathon. We've already had some great runs so far. Thank you to everybody who's hopped on in here and shown off their skills. It's been a real good time. We're, of course, raising money in support of Extra Life, supporting Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Currently sitting at $750 raised, which is absolutely incredible. That's $250 more than what we were originally aiming for. And we're looking at maybe stretching, well, we've already stretched the goal, but if we could even get close to that $1,000 mark, that would be incredible. But thank you so much to everybody who's pitched in so far. If you want to contribute towards that cause, you can use the !donate command in chat now, and you can chip in with as much or as little as you like. All is appreciated. Thank you so much to everybody who's helped out across the entire event. And just in general, it's been a pleasure having everybody. But for now, without further ado, let's get straight into the next run, because we've got dragvrallass, who's going to be showing off everything, or near enough everything there is to do in Sonic Adventure DX, because we've got the 125 Emblems run. This is going to be a good one, so strap in, sit back, relax, and get excited for some fun times. And we're live.
Hello. So we're gonna do dragvrallass, and we're gonna do a 125 run of semi-athletics. So basically, every run that we see so far on the marathon, I'm gonna do all of them plus other things. So 125 emblem includes like every emblem except for the Chow. We won't do everything, I guess. Some people are really picky, like, oh, we don't get all the upgrades, oh, you don't do mission or whatever. So yeah, it's the closest to 100% category. And okay, I have a lot of problems. Yesterday, like, my controller won't work, so we're gonna start right in the end because I don't want to estimate too much. Okay, so, well, first was, like we already covered earlier in the marathon, has a 6 times, so we let up on him. We hit him, we get hit by boss, so we get on the phase test. Next phase, 3-2-1, he jumps right away, and that's the first boss of the game. Congrats! So we're gonna head into the first stage, and we're gonna do most of the stage 3 times, so we're gonna have time to mess up and lose time, and to expect stuff. Okay, so that's yeah. Okay, so yeah, my controller disconnected. That I told you earlier. I had to switch from my old controller, and the reason why I switched from this controller is the reason. Exactly. Alright. So yeah, for the emblems, the most common way to get emblems in this category is like the action stage. So we're gonna have to do them 3 times for each character. The first time is just the speedrun, the story normal way. Then there's generally the mission B, which can shake okay, but it comes for again. Disconnected, great. But for one character, like, mission B will be rings. So for a lot of meeting, it won't really matter that much. We're gonna do a little detour and up. And mission A is generate time for almost every character except for B. We're gonna talk about it later. It's gonna be a huge thing. Because big story is pretty easy. It's actually harder to optimize than you may look, but like the story overall is not that hard. But Big's emblem, completely different story. But time won't be really much of an issue in speedrun, except for gamma. Yeah. So, alright, okay, so I practiced a little bit earlier before stream, and it was that, but it wasn't that bad. Like there, I just can't play. Hello. Gosh, I'm very sorry about this, but like I don't know why what happened. One thing that is interesting, let's take it. Okay, so welcome to Sonic Adventure Dreamcast version with SAEM graphics. So the worst of both worlds. So we're gonna watch the cutscene because we can skip them for apparently. Okay, the game crashed because what the hell? Okay. Can I close the game, please? What? I'm so fucking sorry about this. I don't know what's happening. Can I close the game, please? Yeah. What? Alright. So yeah, we're supposed to be able to skip cutscenes in this game, but alright. The one funny thing is, since we have to do the stage multiple times, there is different routing depending on the character that can make it faster. Because like you can go back in the stage. So in Dreamcast you can just re-enter stage every time. For some reason they just don't want you to do that in Yesterday, so they put some like obstacle to prevent you from going back, or like they just deload the spawn entirely. So yeah, that's I did this fire skip. We're gonna see it again later. Obviously it's not the fastest, my route is not the most optimal by the way, it's gonna showcase, because like the easiest way to get, okay, because triangle is very slow, we're gonna see that later in the run. Okay, what the hell, like, okay, so roll skip again. Okay, I missed the bump here, we can bump and do small distance and fast. Like I could just go back to remote first later, after stages. But it's very slower if you do this clip perfectly, actually, it's like, not even that slow. Okay, so my controller again disconnected. Like, that's crazy because like, it's, I don't think that what happened in practice could be worse, and like, here we are already worse than anything else in practice. That's crazy. Okay, so I gotta be careful because I'm across a beat right now. So I have to have picture rings at the end of the stage, and since I died so much, like, it could have been very scary. Hopefully I had enough rings. So yeah, you get there and spin dash against the barrier. You can go in the other side too, but there's a bigger risk of dying if you do it on the other side and you get pushed by the wall on the right and then down into oblivion. You can do that as any, and that's actually how I found this with. And okay, the game told me like right before I entered the stage that I needed to beat it in 2 minutes. And we beat this stage. This stage in, like, we can do sub 1 minute, but like I'm not in condition to do so. Given all my trouble I have right now. But like, we have 1 minute to spare, and it's gonna be one of the tightest time barriers. So most of the other mission A with some will be a cakewalk speed-wise. Okay, can my control work a little bit once, for once, like, really, it wasn't that bad, like, whatever, dude, I swear, what the hell, I just, Okay, I'm really sorry. I don't know why my auto control just. So basically, what happened, like yesterday, I wanted to practice a little bit after coming back from work, and I like plugged my controller in. I literally like played for 30 seconds, getting to speed highway just to practice, and then like I can't do anything anymore, and like the last team shoot I imputed is like on repeat, and like I have to basically do the same thing I do there, but worse. Whatever. Okay, so in Sonic 3 we don't take the crystal ring because it's faster. It could still be faster in Getaway, but it's safer to take it than taking it for later. Because of the fact that there's some adventure called Emblems, sometimes it can change the loading a little bit. Okay. Because that's route, it doesn't say that much, it's mostly like preference to do Twinkle Casino Pulse early and have a better camera to do this movement to enter Casino. But in this category it's actually faster by, I would say maybe like 5 seconds, something like that. Because as I said before, like you saw, like Casino Pulse is like he's closed after I beat it, and what it's the same. And so there's two stages in the game like Ice Cap and Nibali where there is nothing to block you to go back into the stage, so they just remove the load zone. But by doing Casino Police early, which is a stage after Windy Valley at Sonic, we unlock Windy Valley in a trial mode, and so it unlocks it in the Adventure Field. So we're gonna do the 3 Windy Valley in the row, which wouldn't be possible otherwise. And by the way, it was Casino Police B, one of the coolest B level of Sonic. You collect 50 rings in the hub, and when you finish the stage, then it's like the alternative will be go to the pinball, get 100 rings, because if you only get 50, you get sent to the sewer and then super slow. And that's very long, and also the pinball is awful. So yeah, like that you can do the stage in less than 40. The world record is actually 30 seconds, so that's pretty fast. Also, there was a clip to get back into the stage. We're gonna see if this clip again has tails. There's a lot of clips like that where right next to the stage there is a problem with collision of the ceiling, and you can just jump, you out of bound and go to the loading zone. That's kind of funny how many instances there is of this. Okay, so yeah, I did a stair jump so I could get out of there and go back to the train station because it's closed since I'm not supposed to go there. Okay, so I got that. Very easy Sonic. So I wait for him to land, and then I only attack and I keep attacking it, and so it's reset his vulnerability. And so I do hit him 3 times more. It's gonna be harder as scales, but possible. Well, but you already saw that I think in previous. Okay. So we're gonna take the Wind Key. Okay, so I said earlier that Casino Police unlocked Windy Valley in the trial mode, but I still need to unlock it for once in the field. So here we are. Okay, so here we can just clip into the wall, and we are into Gamma section. I don't know as the Gamma by the way, or barely. And that's first of Act 1. Into Act 2. Up. I'm on the ball, so I can roaming attack out the jump panel, so I get above. And up. We are into the last part of really jump here. We get. Okay, I was too much on the slope. Oop. I'm not falling sideways since I have all the speed. I can keep this angle. And here we are. I will avoid some kill planes. And now we are falling into the end of the stage, but not like straight, so that allows us to have enough distance to make the jump, which would be otherwise impossible. That's why they didn't put kill plane here, because they didn't expect us to do that. And yeah, that's for Winnie. And so yeah, if I didn't do Casino Police, that wouldn't be possible. so it's faster than Prim. Okay, so Rivaldi is also a beast of the level, because you can do the start value, like, let's skip like half of the stage, but by skipping all the stage, you skip rings potentially. So I missed a lot of rings here, but I want 26 ring at least. Okay, I missed so many rings. Okay, so I'm gonna take 30, because like I need 26 minimum, but if I get 30 I can avoid getting 4 rings that are there on the left there, and I can directly go here. Okay, almost done. And yeah, there's only 24 rings at the start of Rivaldi. And so now I have 40, and I can just get into the void, hopefully don't die, and finished. So I managed to get a 112 minutes, which is faster than the old route where we didn't do this strat, where we could get 116, so it does save a quite chunk of time to do this strat. I missed the capsule because I didn't. Okay, so the angle of the fall is very important in mission A and B compared to normal story because of the capsule. So yeah, I missed that. Okay. And now we have to finish the stage in less than 3 minutes. We're finishing it in barely 1 minute, so you guessed it. It's gonna be pretty non-consequential. Time will be. So yeah. Oh, can you stop? So yeah, the run will be a lot of this, like I'm progressing story and I'm doing some stuff on the sideways. Sadly, I can't do all the emblems of each character in the story for multiple reasons, so we're gonna have at the end of the run a kind of sweep up where we do most of the emblems in trial mode, so it's gonna be a lot of once and repeat. But there's not just action stages as emblems, so there's the stories ending, so when you watch the credits for each character, it's gonna take a while, and I guess like if I'm really behind, we will not gonna skip it, not too much behind the schedule, but hopefully we'll have to do that. And there is some sub-game that are not like real action stage, but some of them are mandatory, so it's kind of weird the distinction between them. Most of them are more a bigger reliance on support and time, but still. So Sky Chase, we're gonna see soon. These sub-game, they only have 2 emblems, and one is just beating in first time, and the other aspect is like generally having a score goal or time goal. Unfortunately, you can't do both at the same time. Oh, by the way, here's Ice Escape as Sonic. Nice. That was pretty okay. Well, the skip on its own was good, it's just the movement wasn't very good. Yeah, the light speed is mandatory, but we don't do any light dash, it's gonna just be the light attack, and we can't do the light attack without light speed too, so... Okay, so that was Ice Cap again. We're gonna see this stage way later, because yeah, I can't go back into it because I didn't do Twinkle Park yet. I could have done it, but it's kind of annoying to me, and it's slower slightly, not by much, but... So yeah, I didn't have time to explain Ice Escape as Sonic, but basically you want to spin dash in a way to the tunnel, so you are kind of perpendicular to, so you end up clipping, and then you want to hold right so you gain extra height from the slope of the wall you were riding, and then you have enough distance to make it the jump. Also, you want to do a spin dash over. You all A while charging the spin dash. And exit, okay. Okay, I'm lost, I don't, okay. Yeah, this jump is kinda weird, it's not that hard, but it's kinda inconsistent because if you jump too high, you are too much into the... okay, too much in the center of the room, and so you hit the ceiling. So it's harder to tell what you're doing. And yeah, I'm losing a lot of time, so I didn't save any time by doing a skip sadly because it was bad. So here into Chaos Fall, we're gonna see those 3 times, so we're still a lot. Hopefully in this category they're gonna be a little more spaced out compared to all stories. So as Sonic it is the longest and the most inconsistent because it does these lasers at the start, and sometimes he wants to do blue balls instead of this pattern. Other characters don't have his attack of the laser, so it's easier. So we're gonna see if I get it. Yeah, I'm very lucky. I'm not losing 9 seconds to this boss. So basically, he does 3 movements that mean a straight line. Sometimes a straight line that is almost like he doesn't almost move. Then he does an attack, and when he's killed, he does all 3 moves. And then he's exited of the water. So you have to be aware of where you are in the cycle, so you can go to the boss and be above him before he's on the surface and leave him as fast as possible. And in the last phase, he does actually 3 attacks before going to the surface. That's why also having blue balls or like missing a cycle is kinda annoying because you can't use the IL timer to know when he's gonna go on the surface. You have to adapt and calculate mentally, like, okay, I'm 10 seconds late. Okay. Here we are into Sketches, one of the first sub-games we've seen. And so this sub-game has 2 emblems, like I said earlier, one where you have just to complete it, and one you have to do the score. I could get the score here, but I wouldn't get the 2 emblems at once, sadly. And that's the only time in this game where you're happy that that Tails does stages too, because then you don't have to do extra maneuvering, you can just do it during Tails' story for the second one. So it has a value to the stages. But for now it's just a break with Sonic, which is pretty cool because this one is kind of fun. And it's pretty punishing if you miss the score. We're gonna see that details, but because like you have to watch the entire stage and it's long. Like the first one is like in 2 minutes and almost 40 seconds, and the second one is like 3 minutes and 20. So yeah. Does that? I'm not a specialist at the score, I just know what I need to do for the robots. Like, there's some crazy there's some that do like more than 20,000 in DST, like I don't get it. But like, the biggest takeaways you want to the chain combo can go up to 6. I think also you can destroy some enemies while you're doing the chain with because you have 3 different gun, you have this the laser where you can interlock him, you have the machine gun. And I believe like if you destroy enemies while you destroy enemies with the other gun, you can chain. But it's kinda hard because like the machine is very precise. So yeah, the score requirement is 8,000, so hopefully I get it with the It would be sad to get it with Sonic when I compare and then not get it when I And there's another emblems I didn't talk about, which are the Adventure Field emblems. There's 12 of them, 4 by Adventure Field, and we're gonna get them with some through Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Basically, they're the fastest way to get them. And actually, not any character can get all of them. Sonic can't get the buried emblem next to Speed and Wave. I tried a lot of ways to get it, but I still didn't. So maybe totally, I don't know it yet. Most people won't be able to. Tails can get the Angel Island because it's just not there, and Knuckles can get the one in front of Skydeck. Like the one in front of Skydeck is only Sonic has it because it's the only character that it is loaded as for some reason. Okay, so Twinkle Paw. Oh, okay. So I didn't practice TPSs, but the game gives me the best RNG, so I'm trying it anyway. But nah, it's not gonna work. You dirty. The game is very mean. It knows that I want to try it. But yeah, there's a way, if you have a lot of rings, a lot of speed, you can go there, go all above the stage. But if you don't, you go to the left here, go slightly below where the track is, that's called track skip. And then there's another skip, I missed it, where you go into the wall and you turn while you are facing against the wall, and you launch the clip and go here, hold here, and save like 7 seconds, maybe a little bit more. That's pretty cool. So yeah, this is very bad. I died at TPSS and then. We're gonna be here for a long time because there's 3 Twinkle Park. We can click back into Twinkle Park. And there is a mini-games, the second sub-game that can be done as every character. This one, Twinkle Secrets. It's fastest as Knuckles, but it's kinda hard to control Knuckles, so I'm gonna do it with Sonic. Also, with Knuckles, you either do it in trial mode in the game, after you beat the story, or you have to clip other down, so not the most practical. While Sonic, since he does Twinkle Park, it unlocks during the story, so... And the fact that it unlocks Twinkle Secret is actually helpful because here's the clip to Twinkle Park. You can do this clip as Amy, Tails, and Knuckles too, but as Tails and Knuckles is not really useful because you don't go to Twinkle Park, so... And as Amy is very hard because you have to run into the wall to hammer flip because you don't have enough height with the normal jump, obviously. It's very hard, so I'm not gonna do it with Amy. And in a space launch that I told earlier. So 50 rings in this stage is pretty easy because we collect a lot of rings, and for speed in the first act we usually get more than 100 rings because of it. So it's not gonna be a problem. If I die though in Act 2, it's gonna be a problem because it's gonna I don't know very well the backup to get rings, and there isn't that much rings around the capsule. So yeah. Track skip, I didn't explain that, but you do an enemy attack during the transition screen, so you move and so you're not stuck in the script of the roller coaster. Very punishing if you miss, but it's pretty consistent. You can also jump cancel, but it's over and not consistent. And here into... Okay, so you have to hold A as soon as you enter the stage. That's the way you get the extra boost on the first. I actually didn't know that for a while. And it's very good because like your base acceleration is very bad without this boost, and you lose like easily 4 to 5 seconds in the first lap. The first lap is obviously the slowest because you don't have the ring yet, and it works like the cart into the circuit. So doing them all in a row is good, so you have all the things. Riding walls gets you super extra speed. It's also the case in Twinkle Park. but it's very risky because like this stage is long because it's over a minute. It depends on the character obviously because Sonic and Knuckles are pretty fast, often considered. They can do lap on 30 seconds. Big is pretty good too, like it's only like 10 or 20 seconds slower overall for some reason, but Tail is bad, Chana is awful, and Amy is not that bad once she has rings, but like the first lap takes over a minute, it's just painful. So yeah, this stage can be so optimized. Like if you look at the world record in Emblems or like Sonic Center, yeah, it's not a myth. It does exist. There's crazy time. I won't do that well. I'm doing a sub 1:40, so I'm pretty happy about that actually. That's pretty good. And why did I exit? I shouldn't have exit. Wrong doing, whatever. Not that slow, but if I re-enter the stage when I needed to exit it though, it's super slow because you can't pause during the starting point, like the 3, 2, 1 go. So you have to wait at least 8 seconds before being able to leave the stage again. So I really need to not mess up the movie. I'm not sure what is this time requirement for the second emblem. You usually get them every time, but one part of me wants to believe it's the 10 minutes mark that was at the first time that I beat. But like it seems so big that I don't know. It's crazy. But like generally except for Sky Chase. It's been a while controller disconnect. Hello? Okay, thankfully I don't die because of it. Like Sky Chase can be kinda tough, but the others, Sunny can be kinda hard as well. But like, Twinkle Secret and Jughammer like are pretty easy in terms of like their score and time requirements. So yeah, it's just a matter of doing it twice pretty well and not dying, because dying is very punishing here. But by the way, my PB has death here. That's why I saved a lot. So yeah, you gotta be careful because you can bounce here and just die during the emblem screen, and then you just have to do it all over again. And the great thing is this clip is just next to Twinkle Secret, so it's even faster. Oh, hi there! It's even faster to go back to Twinkle Park. It doesn't say that much to do this thing compared to trial mode, but well, if you do it well, because there I'm losing 10 seconds obviously. But okay, 3 minutes. We do the stage in 1 minute and 10 seconds. Sub 1 minute if I go TPSS, so not a big deal. Nice! We are back again. So if it wasn't for the test entering the stage, you would have been actually pretty good. Yeah, I don't know why they did that, where the page doesn't reopen after you beat one, so you have to go all the way to... But it's actually interesting experiment, and it can increase the skill setting, I guess. And like if you don't want to borrow, but you can just try on mode, obviously. I'm just the kind of person that really love the odd in this game, that's why I experiment this game. So I really love like all of this. And sometimes menuing that can be very punishing if you miss to. Okay, hopefully it's not mission B. Because if it was mission B, I would have lost a lot of time. Okay, so we spend a lot of time here. Now time to leave. into speed highway. Okay, so the game shows us like how to open speed highway, but we don't care. And where if ST skip is very hard and pretty worth it, that only say 5 seconds, but it's pretty easy. Nothing considered. Okay, speed highway. Okay, so speed highway is as Twinkle Park. We already get a lot of rings by doing it normally. Mission B&A won't change, and also we already have the capsule, so even mission A doesn't change because there's a capsule. Oh, and fuck you! Yeah, that's the thing. It's not gonna happen as much with other characters as Sonic, because I don't think we end as much with other characters because of Chin Spin Dash. Before I think didn't disconnect for a while because I was in Twinkle Park and I was mostly in the cart and like I'm just holding A. That's my theory at least. This camera sucks. Oh, I fucking hate you! Yeah, every time you see Sonic stopping and then randomly going in front of himself, like a dummy, that's the console disconnected, by the way. That's not a joke, that's literally just what's happening. Okay, that's that. I'm really sorry about that. Can you just not? That's... Yeah, this control is... It's kinda hold, but also like I kinda think at the bad kibble once at one point, and I just then destroyed my port sadly. It's kinda stupid from me, but whatever. The controller is good outside of that, that's why it's so frustrating, and I can't use it wireless. I tried, but I don't know, it doesn't work. Okay, this little optimization where you go on the left so you can still spin dash and not get, and the script doesn't get rid of walls, so it's faster because like obviously falling is slow. It doesn't say that much though. Okay, so that's one of the stages where most people that from this game would do the clip back because the clip is done in Sonic Story. So here we are, back in the speed highway. So most of this clip that allows you to go back in stage use like 1 second to 4. I believe this one can save like 3 seconds, and so you do it twice, so it saves 6. But yeah, it's pretty hard to optimize. The Twinkle Park one didn't save that much, the Casino Police one doesn't save that much. The Amorphous one saved a lot, actually. If it's done very well, it's very fast. And also, like the furthest in the story it is, this more highly saved because like we're gonna do Lost Word, and the clip is kinda slow, but Lost Word is like the 9th stage of Sonic, so you have to scroll down a bit in the trial menu, so it's even slower to the terminal, even slower for this guy. Okay. Here we are. Okay, almost died. That's so stupid. Yeah, if you are short in rings, you can just do it. Like since this part is a little explorer, you can get extra rings on the way. It's not a big deal. So yeah, speed up is pretty okay. Yeah. Pretty forgiving in terms of extra. Ah. Yeah, I didn't expect anything about what happened in the stage, but whatever, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna head up to Red Mountain, and we're gonna do some funny stuff there. So first thing, hotel skip, that's not the first time we're gonna see it, but we had to go to the other to go there because it's supposed to be closed, but you can just clip and hit the bits on the way, and it does save a little bit. In here I have 20 emblems, I missed. And it's like cool to have entered the train station during the animation of the emblem, and I will have skipped it because like, so they added some games in the GameCube version of this game, like retro Sonic games to like expand and make you discover them. Since I'm pretty sure like the Sega Gems Collection one in GameCube was kind of contemporary to this game. And so every 20 emblems, and when you get 100 emblems, you have this extra animation, which is extra long. So that's why I tried to do it there. It's not that slow to get the emblems on the way either. So yeah, but I missed. We're gonna see. I don't know if I'm gonna do other something like that. But yeah, a lot of the adventure field emblem, if you are in the air, you keep control of your character. But if you are in the ground, you get stuck. And I'm gonna try a lot of time to actually move while I'm getting the emblems, so I don't lose time. But it was a pretty okay removing. And there we go. Yeah, so most of the time you want to do one story in one go because exiting a story gives you extra moving because you have to re-enter it, and the animation at the start of the story is actually replayed every time you re-enter it, kind of like Tram. But for comfort and also a little bit of time save, I'm gonna do Sonic in 2 parts. I'm pretty sure it's optimal to do Sonic in one way, but this way we're gonna have Sonic at the end. So for people that catch up a little bit late because I still have some Sonic action, and for me I can find it cool too. And also for Knuckles it's saved a little bit, but I'm pretty sure the extra moving of going back to Sonic is almost level 3 better. But yeah, most of the time we're gonna try to do stories in one go. We're gonna have 2 exceptions for that with Tails and Gamma, because I can't do story in reverse order, but we can do that because we already got Gamma, I'm pretty sure. And maybe not going to do that in Tails on, but I'm not sure anyway. So for now we're still doing. Also the reason why I'm stopping in Sonic there is that way I have 2 first stages on them, so then as Tails I can get the 2 other one, and I don't have to stress out during Sonic's story to actually get the score. Even though, well, if you have like, it's not that hard. There's something I'm being very consistent about the score. Yeah. Had like the hardest, or at least one of the hardest and worst note of the game is one of the rare that we actually get to hear synchronization in speedrun, because that's like one of the hardest stage. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with this music. Yeah, it's true that Sky Chase was the best part of Sonic 2, so. But to be fair, I'm kind of harsh on that, but I feel like on first playthrough and as storytelling, it's kind of worse. But yeah, you can get a lot of points if you kill the boss early. I missed the strat there because like I didn't destroy the missiles, so I eat the boss later actually, so I didn't get that much. Oh fuck me! I restarted too early, so we're gonna have to redo stages again. When we go back to Sonic, great. I hate myself. I was gonna say you that you have to wait for the game to save because the emblem is not enough for the completion of the thing, but yeah. Here we are into Tails. The first thing we're gonna do is go out of the way to get the light jet anklet. It's save a lot of time. And the good thing about the jet anklet is that just next to it, you can clip out and down, and you can use it either to do Tails 2 normally, or get here to get these emblems fast. This one in particular, the only other kind I can get it is Knuckles, and you ever need to dig, so you have to do a backtracking because you don't get the shovel close when you go to Speed Highway the first time, or you have to do another round and die. So yeah, it's 100% faster as Tails. And we can go, and it's pretty hard to clip out back to the train station. But the good thing is, the first time you do Speed Highway, the game then walks you back to the train station, because in Tails Story regular, the final boss is there, so then you don't have to do any movement, it walks you back to the final boss. So it's convenient. It's gonna lose time later on because we're gonna have to do some extra movement to Speed Highway to Egg Walker, but it does save time there, and it's gonna save time for other reason, because since we're gonna have to go back to Speed Highway, it's gonna save a little bit in menuing, and then there's the other aspect. Okay, there's another one here. By doing Triangle Glitch. Okay, so I did another clip to get into. I'm not very sure that Casino Polisolia stays this fast though. Okay, I can't do this clip apparently. You can only do that the first time you load into the field in Casino Police. Well, we're gonna see that after this one, but we don't spoon as high as the same time. It's easier to clip as Tails because it's slightly smaller than Tails, Sonic. And so yeah, you see that even if I jumped super early, I was so low, so I couldn't get to the vent as fast, so it's slower, so you do this fast. But anyway, we have to get rings. That's a good thing about Tails, is that it does break the stage so much that oh my gosh, and it's been a while I didn't do that mistake. So I got hit, I guess there's a backup, but I don't know it, I'm just gonna do it again. Oh my god, every time I'm on SAEM, it's like I'm doing the worst. I'm really sorry. Okay. So yeah, because he does break this stage so much, you skip all the rings, so the ring rules are actually very interesting and very different. And okay, it's pretty hard to explain where is the clip, because you can't really use a visual cue, because sometimes when you align your shadow, the walls push you out. So even if you're supposed to be well aligned, you won't clip. It's very hard to clip actually. The same thing as Sonic, which could be seen as easier, but actually is harder, because you need some speed. And like if you miss the jump, you don't have speed enough, so you have to go back, so it's more punishing. And you have like barely enough height to do the jump. So hey Net, I told you that it's under stealth earlier, and you know it. So yeah, we do not use a thing that we can cancel or jump right away we jump, so we can do a lot of small jumps, and that allows us to hit the boss a lot. And I didn't get hit, right? Nice. No, that's pretty slow. You want a low 27, but it's okay. Now, why I'm doing that? Okay, whatever. So yeah, I skipped the entirety of the animation here by flying. But I wanted to do a Kate with Knuckles. I don't know why I did that. Whatever. That's not the problem anyway. Into Valley. We jump out of down, we clip out, we fall down to avoid the clip, and then we go to the right, and we go to the end of the stage. That's funny that it's very similar to Sonic. Well, it's way easier because with Sonic we have to do a bench while with Tail we just jump. But we go from the other side of the Sonic. That's very funny. Alright. And because I did Casinopolis, I can do that again. But I'm not entirely sure it's faster as Tails because going to Casinopolis early is very slow as Tails. The stadiums is way slower as Tails, and like you have to go all the way to do Casino compared to Sonic. Okay, so again we get 50 rings, so the route is pretty funny and slow. And by the way, you can't do this route anymore after Mission B because Sonic is faster. Because yeah, Tails doesn't have a time limit on Mission A, but Sonic is supposed to be faster, which doesn't change anything. Instead of speedrun. But Sonic goes faster in Mission A, and so you can get the 8 rings in the front there, so you can't do this route anymore afterwards. Which doesn't matter because we did Mission B before. We can't choose which mission we do. That's kinda a problem, and we're gonna see how it's a problem with Big. For now, it's not so much of an issue, but it's kinda sad. Definitely. And yeah, Mission A. There's a capsule, so it's a little bit harder, but that's about it. And so because I did the first stage, I unlock the fact that some stage can be written into trial mode. I beat the second stage, so I got trial mode, and I beat Speed with the last stage of Tails, so I'm gonna unlock the stage prior, which in this case is Skydeck, and that will allows me to do so that's gonna allows me to do the stage earlier. Okay, so the reason why I watched the Casino cutscene is, well, I'm gonna explain that later. It's a little optimization. So here into Skydeck, because I beat Speed Highway, so I unlocked the precedent stage, previous stage. We could do as Gamma, where we swap Tails to a Knuckles stage, but we can't do Skydeck because Tails go to Skydeck already. So even if we are loaded into Knuckles map, so Act 3, contrary to Gamma, Tails goes to Skydeck, so he has an idea of the stage, he has objects, he has actors. And so so he doesn't load Sonic layout, so he doesn't load out Sonic capsule, and so we can't finish Knuckles Act 3 as Tails. But we can load. Oh my god, okay. Fuck me. I was like, oh my god, I can beat my PB on Skydeck because I get the perfect energy, because great, but no. I got too hasty and push forward when I shouldn't. We could go to Knuckles Lost World, but it's gonna be kinda slow because we spawn kinda in the middle of nowhere. So it wouldn't be that faster than Skydeck actually. Okay, so the reason why I watched the cutscene is because then I don't have to watch them again. But the last thing I did in the story is not beat Casinopolis, because I did Casinopolis early. It's entering Station Square. And because of that, when I reload my save, it doesn't spawn me back in front of Casino, but in front of the train station. So it does save a little bit of reloaded, And we don't have to wait for free, but it doesn't say that much. So because of this Skydeck, I can do all the free ice caps. That's why it does save a bit of time to do speed really details on them. But I don't think it's the optimal route. So I think we just don't take it personally. I missed the clip. Okay, nice. Second try is still faster because it's saved all around 12 seconds. I'm still 76 seconds. So yeah, we completely skip it as Sonic, but we do it as Tails. That's very interesting gameplay. Okay, I jumped too early, not enough on the edge of the jump, so I hit the ground. And I'm gonna lose completely my speed. Because you are slower when you are slower when you are in the air and the ground on the snowboard, but you're faster when you are jumping out of the ramp. That's the fastest speed you can get on the snowboard, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so hitting the ground early makes you lose this speed, and let's slow down and fall fast. So I lost 7. Okay, but I got these ones, so I lost 6, I only lose 12, that's not that bad. Might be at a very good ice cap actually, so I'm gonna lose a lot of time here. And yeah, as you can see, like, only 2 seconds to get back into the ice cap, it's very fast, it's getting 8 seconds, like 2 extra minutes. I'll try and move to the ice cap because of the fact that I can skid away early, so then try and switch into Skydeck. And because I do Skydeck, ice cap is unlocked to get it filled. Oh, let's go, we get the clip. It's kinda hard to get the clip because the visual cue is kinda misleading. You have to aim slightly left to what is the visual cue. And depending on the angle, it doesn't work. Does it work? Okay, barely. Yeah, I have to be careful there because I can get the rings by doing all this strat, but like it's a little bit like tight. That's why I get a lot of ring early, but okay, that's fine. Because it's mission me, it's not that great. You don't have to forget about that because, like, going out of your way to get the rings, not that slow, but like, completing this level without the rings and then having to do it again is super punishing. It's one of the main I'm on. Pretty good it can be. Let's go. And another one. Okay. I lose a little bit because I write the picture because I want to so now Sonic is supposed to be faster, it doesn't change that much, but it can be annoying sometimes. And the snowboard is very bad because it's very, like, the polygons aren't flat and it's very easy to get into the air because, like, you didn't go in the right polygon once and whatever and use all your speed. It's very inconsistent and sometimes you get stuck in the polygon and you can't turn. It's very bad. And okay, and I'm lost. I don't remember where I'm supposed to do the clip. I think I'm too much on the lap. I'm not sure. Okay. What? I should. That's something because all my whole strategy with this clip and this stage is if I don't get it first try, I get it second try, and if I don't get it, it's good. I don't think I'm gonna lose to Sonic. It's eventually. Okay, that should be fine, but that's very scary. Never happened to me before? I'm not sure. Because yeah, recently I usually very good at this clip, but recently I had 1 or 2 runs where I just couldn't get it for some reason. I'm very frustrated. Okay, I'm good. It's so bad, but whatever, I'm beating Sonic, that's all that matters. On our way to Knuckles again. So Tails isn't that fast, you're faster than Sonic doing Ice Escape, but because of the fact that the clip out is very similar to normal route as Tails compared to Sonic, it's way more worth because as Sonic you lose 3 seconds and a half having to go all the way around the door while Tails doesn't really. And also it's easier as Tails, obviously, but to the rough clip. So here we are for Chaos 4. Did you miss Chaos 4? It's been like half an hour that we didn't see him. But this time it's shorter and easier. But I would say that it's kinda harder to optimize because it's kinda hard to hit the boss with the bad hitbox of Tails of his attack, and I would say that's a kinda thing. And like on all Tails boss, it's kinda hard to hit them. And that's why I feel like Tails buffs are among the hardest part of Tails 3 compared to every character, where it's either you don't really care about the boss, or they're kinda annoying because you can lose some time to some to optimization, but you don't really kill runs to them. But in Tails story, like sure a Viper is punishing, but like it's not. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say it's gonna not be that hard, but I feel like if you don't die, you don't lose back much time. That's what I mean. It's not. And like I guess there's always shot as Gamma, but like it's kinda just from perfect trick, so it's not really the boss itself. It's just a glitch. Okay, I have to get going. While Tails there's a lot of. I feel like even casually its boss are annoying, and it results that in speedrun makes it even harder. So yeah, Igornet is very hard, Walker is hard, and Chaos 4 is like easy as ever, but it's kinda harder to optimize than Tails, the Knuckles of Sonic, because it's kinda hard to hit him earlier, I feel like. And also sometimes when the boss doesn't do. And also I feel like Tails is kinda hard to get down and to be kinda very low to the boss, but I'm just bad. Whatever. Don't listen to speedrunner. Our controller, it doesn't even work, she doesn't know what she's talking about. This thing. Oh, we already done over the hour? Oh yeah. By the way, it's been an hour. I'm not sure it's been an hour RTA, but time flies. As a tornado, as Sonic, no, as Tails, as Sonic, even if he doesn't have wings. That may be why Sonic is so fast. I don't know what else. Okay, so it's kind of scary. It's where I get the most score, so if I don't get a lot of score, okay, whatever. I don't know what happened, but I just magically got scored. So we got Emblems, so we're not gonna lose time here. So yeah, in this category, I would say Tails is pretty okay. He's very good. It's very fun, and even more fun than in the other categories because you have to actually play skate so it's not as boring. There is some tension, but it's not even. Maybe it's not. I don't know. It's been a while. I didn't lose a lot of time because I didn't get the score. It's very punishing if you miss, I guess. So it can be annoying for that, but I feel like. So go to the exclusive. Also, the reason why I do Sonic in 2 parts is because Sonic is very weird in a sense that you unlock it as soon as you beat Skates, but I'm not entirely sure as Tails. But maybe it's as soon as you enter the jungle. I'm not entirely sure. But the thing is, you don't need to open the door for the Lost Zone to appear. It just happened that the clip that saves 18 because the animation of the door opening is super slow. The clip happened to be just above the switch rate convenience to open the door as well. But you don't need to. The loading zone is already there. And once it's loaded as Tails, it's loaded as Sonic, but you can't get it as Sonic. So you can do Sonic as Sonic, but it's completely, you can completely miss it. You don't need it for anything. But you can do it if Tails doesn't do it, which is very funny because that's the only occurrence of the game like this. Like, Unreal being not an action stage does change the way it's handled in the adventure field for some reason. Like, the trial mode of the sub-game is another trial mode, completely different than the action stage trial mode. Like, it's complicated. So yeah, Sunel is a pretty full stage of, well, it's kinda annoying because it's inconsistent at a high level, but it's pretty chill, way easier than Ice Cap. And the music is a banger, the set piece is a banger, it's just a very good stage. Except for the fact that, well, it's a snowboard, so it's annoying as a speedrun. And when we go back directly to stages, like, they really didn't know how to actually fill the gap between Tails and Sonic when Tails was on. But even Sonic's story is pretty short between the stages, and Tails is just, okay, we can't do over stage because Sonic doesn't go there, or he does go there, but like, if we just make Tails go to every stage, like, it's not really too much content. So we just give him a sub-game, which is, in all things, like, in practice it just looks like a stage, but like, it's not. And then go back to stages because we're gonna have to wrap this story very fast. Okay, so the score priority is 2000, and you can get half of them out of time balls. But if you don't get enough, it's scary because you have to wait on most of the time, unless you're really good. You have to get to shoot the 20,000 at the boss, but there is a huge wait before getting to the boss, and it's at the end of the stage, so it's kind of scary. Because, like, if you miss, like, you lose like in 325 seconds. That's and it's very easy to just not aim properly and then you don't get the extra score of the final boss. Like, there it's not scary. Like, I should get it, but I really need to beat the boss fast, or else I don't have. Well, like, it's not a very good stage here too. So you lock in the last song, you destroy them, and then you hit the boss as soon as possible, and you can get almost 10,000 points. Oh, nice. You don't save time, like on the stage or something. I did only choose Skydeck, by the way, in trial mode, because you are forced to get back into Skydeck. Kinda like Twinkle Park Sonic. And so, if I did free trial mode, not only would have extra manuing, but that means that then I just enter the stage and I exit it. So it's bad. Kinda like late old playthrough that side. So yeah. Since I'm on the stage, just gonna beat it and get the emblems. So yeah. And hopefully it's not mission B, so I don't have to think too much. I don't know why I got so high here. Yeah, there's some invisible wall where it's harder than it looks. And you want to land on the capsule that's called. And here we are. And once you exit the stage, after having beating it, the game doesn't quite care if you did it right away or whatever. You get to the cutscene here to progress the story. And here we're gonna do the first instance of Gamma Ring Storage. So this boss is weird because there is rings, but there is no result screen. So I keep the 7 rings I got here. I wanted more rings, I kind of messed up. And then when I enter Speedway, oh my god, I have already 7 rings. And that's gonna help me a little bit. And oh my god, it's Speedway B, so I have to get 50 rings. Oh wow, that's crazy. So I get the shield rings still because the gamma rings doesn't carry you the mission B, but it does help a lot because it's basically the strat for this, the route for this all is you get the shield ring, the magnetic shield, and then you just do the normal route and hope for the best. But like if you go super fast, you do miss a lot of rings. Like there, for example, if I didn't get the gamma rings, I would be at 47, so I would be 3 hot. So I didn't have to go over my way. And we can do this clip again. Okay, I cannot do it very slow here, so I didn't save any time, I think. But I didn't lose that much. But yeah, all the time save you do by doing like Speedway early, like not having to do ice cap in trial mode. Not having to go down Casino Police and go back up even though you still have a little bit because you have to go back to Station Square, so it doesn't waste it that much. And the manuing, less manuing for Speedway, you lose like in the next split there. And it's funny because Speedway is so much big, open and wide and big than other stages. That means that there's way less checkpoints where the game is like, okay, you passed this point, and so Eggman doesn't cheat as much as Sonic, so it feels like way slower than Sonic, despite the fact that he's supposed to be the last boss, so last stage, which is supposed to be hard or whatever. So you move right before even the game, the stage start. You push Y for some reason, it does accelerate the boss. You can do that in the 2 first hit. In the other 8 you can't do that as much. It's kinda hard to hit the boss. When you hit him, kinda like in a fighting game, à la relevée, comme on dirait en français, when we're standing up, you push Y so it does accelerate the boss, and then it's kinda RNG how which legs get thrown down. And that's a pretty decent Walker 3065, that's pretty good. And we are done with Tails, and we won't see him again. Say goodbye to the best boy right there. It was good. And that's the first story that we actually complete also. Into the first credit, and we have to watch all of them. And they are different lengths. I think Tails is the shortest, like it's only 3 minutes and a half. Most of the other are above 4 minutes, and Amy is above 5. It's 5 minutes and 30 seconds. But yeah, we do get an emblem after completion of this credits, so it is part of the run. But because of the fact that in the PC version does run over 60 FPS, sometimes if you have the mode to do that, obviously, sometimes the credits are shorter, and actually that's the reason why it's so bad, because like the song don't fade out. That's something that you're gonna see, that you're gonna hear at the end, because the game goes faster than 60 FPS, so the cutscene of the credits is faster than the song, because the song does play the same length all the time, because it's a song, it's not accelerated. Imagine if it was accelerated at the 63 FPS, I think it would be so awful that I wouldn't play that. To be fair, like if the sound was accelerated, it would be cool. But and so because of that, the credits have ended, and the song is not ended. And also that's the reason why we do had automatically the time of the credits as if the game runs 60 FPS, because like we technically are saving time in 63 FPS on the credits. So yeah, so many weird stuff, just aesthetics things. If I did say anything wrong here, well, just don't hesitate to just like fact check me. That would be a pleasure. So yeah, we're gonna enter the part where the most boring part of the run, where we're gonna do the story, where we can't really do much in 130 except just the story shortest one. So we're gonna have a lot of breaks after the another one, after Tails, because Knuckles and Big have some stuff, but Amy is just gonna be Amy's story in the middle of the 3.5 run. Speaking is hard. Well, speaking in another languages. Oh, by the way, I think that most people don't do is after you got the credit, the emblem, go back to main menu. It's faster than having to wait for all the Sonic Team present stuff. By the way, I don't think it saved that much, but we already wait for 4 minutes, so we just want to gain. So here we are for Knuckles. I think they weren't Knuckles only run this marathon. Like you had Knuckles in the Knuckles Relay, but I don't think we had a dedicated category for Knuckles, which I thought Knuckles was super popular. What? But here we are with Knuckles, so you know the drill. It's not linear stage. We don't have an ending. You have to collect 3 RNG located. What am I doing? He's in the stage that are, and we have to learn a specific route to kind of scout them as fast as possible. And the thing is, the extra emblems of Knuckles in speedrun, they don't matter, so it's kind of fun that it's random, so we don't just do 3 times the same stage. We can do this clip again as Knuckles, no problem, pretty fast. It doesn't save that much, like maybe 1 second each time. So there, it told us that we need to complete the stage without using Tickle as int as an help, but we already do that because T-Calls is super slow. Like the int are essential to SA2 speedrunning, but like in SA1 it's very slow to hit T-Call because it kills all your speed. You have to wait for her to go to show you the way, and then and sometimes she doesn't even show you the one that is closest to you, so it's kind of like, I'm not sure what dictates. Like I don't know if it's like she shows you the piece 1 then the piece 2 or piece 3, or I never really understood. Sometimes also the piece works as checkpoints, so sometimes the checkpoint of the piece is more advantageous at where the piece is actually, so you can pause and restart and get an advantageous position like I did there. And so there will be a lot of life management actually with Knuckles, because I only have 5 life, 4, but like I'm gonna do a lot of stage, so I'm gonna do a strat somewhere where I'm gonna game over in the adventure field, and I'm gonna reset my lives. Oh, here's a tail skip. So yeah, we saw it with Sonic, we saw it with Knuckles, even with other Knuckles. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna use the barrel to get extra height, medium and long string. I missed the barrel, but that's okay. Yeah, so Knuckles gets extra height when he's gliding below a setting, so it allows us to get a clip out of memory a lot of time. It's gonna be very useful later on. So yeah, mission B is like complete the stage without having to use T-Call, so it doesn't change anything, and then it's a time limit, 1 minute for every stage and 2 minutes for Skydeck, but like it's like we pair with every stage under 1 minute, so yeah, I missed Crimp Skip. Yeah, we can't clip as Knuckles sadly back into Casino. That's one of my other thing that I'm the most sad about. Well, there's technically a clip, but it's super hard. Like I tried to do it so many times and it's so dumb. But we can do the same as we can test though, because Knuckles is slightly bigger. Those two, we can hit him while he's invincible. We can apply an buff to once he's hittable again. We can hit him very very early, and so we basically like just unlock him to death. You have to be careful though, because if you go too high just above him, and so you don't hit him. So you have to be careful about that. And in Dreamcast it's harder because I think like he has a very fatal, like his collision is not as flat. I don't know what they did in SAEM, but they modify his earth block when he's invincible, so it's way harder to actually hit him while he's invincible without getting pushed out. But yeah, that was case 2. The easiest frame perfect boss in this game. Well, there's only 2 frame perfect boss in this game, but so yeah, we collect the shower flow, and now the piece 2 can be underground. Okay. So that's okay. Piece 1 is kinda bad, but and I'm playing that. But no, I think I've done that. I want to be at 0 life. Yeah, it's a good thing because the energy is big. That was a pretty decent random thing. You want to do the highest point in the stage and then the lowest as Knuckles, because Knuckles does climb very slowly in this game. Well, he does climb slow in every game, because even in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it's kinda slow to climb. That's kinda the whole thing, like, you can climb, so if you want, but like, it's not the optimal way to do most of them, whatever. But like, yeah, so yeah, you want to check the highest place, so you just have to fall down to the other place. It's practically true in Red Mountain. In other stages it's true, but not as much, because either the stage is high, or you have a fast way to get height, like in Casino Place, or you start at the highest place possible in Skydeck. And Lost World? Yeah, how about that? So, oh, well, it's been a while, right? We didn't see you, Chaos 4. We really missed you. That's been the last time, so if you want to cheers for Chaos 4, now is the time. So yeah, Chaos 4 and Knuckles, so longer than Tails, but I would say the easiest to optimize because Knuckles can eat Chaos 4 so early thanks to his 3-hit combo. So it's pretty easy to eat it early, and like you don't have the blue balls like Sonic. And I feel like also the fact that Knuckles lied, and so he's mostly has a trajectory that is mostly parallel to the surface of the water, allows him to be pretty easy, pretty precise on all he lands to not Chaos 4, I would say. Oh, by the way, the rings that you get on fighting Knuckles or Sonic and Knuckles, you keep them, but then you are warped directly into Chaos 4, so you can't really do anything with them. Except, I guess, like, Ring Spore in Chaos 4, but that's banned because it's not... It gets rings before the stage. Into one of the funniest, well, one of my favorite split on Knuckles story. Opening Lost World, so you jump, you get the gold statue, you throw it, then you go back. If you do the very good throw, you don't have to slow down here. If you do a bad throw, you need to wait for the statue to be put, or else she despawn and you have to go back and you lose 1.5 minutes and your run is dead. That's one of the rare run killer of Knuckles, except for energy. And kinda bad throw. You can do this split in less than 1 minute, it's so great. I don't think it is. Oh, it is. And so yeah, Lost World, we won't do the RNG there because, oh look, there is a door. We can press start and it disappears for a frame and you go through it. Oh, it's the end of Sonic. Oh, we finished the stage, great. And that's why I didn't finish Sonic, so I don't have the capsule here. But I'm not sure it does save that much in theory. But in practice it's very convenient to not having the capsule, I'm not gonna lie. Because we're gonna do it 3 times, so we're gonna do this time. We're gonna save time 3 times. Okay, so here I'm gonna get the emblems, thankfully. And because I get the emblem, it does save. So if I game over, I won't have to rewatch the cutscene. And well, since the emblem is in the air, it's faster to just death warp anyway, and that's what we do. And so now I have 5 lives again for Skydeck. Isn't that great? So I fall down, I get my speed, and now I'm fast enough I can run on the wall. And these emblems in the jungle that I could get as Sonic or Tails, I guess, but I feel like it's just better as Knuckles. And since it's on the way, I'm get these upgrades. But I'm not even sure it does save that much because in theory, I guess you can save like 12 to 13 thanks to the power glows on Chaos 6. But like I never got to 17, and I'm pretty consistent at like sub 30. Or very low 30. So, well, I'm doing it for conveniency, and here we are with the clip back to Lost World. I don't think this clip is worth it because we go to the right, so it's not really on the way to go to Lost World, but it's kind of fine and it doesn't use that much. And here we are, Lost World B. Like in Knuckles emblems where you don't get these extra emblems in the jungle, I'm pretty sure it's faster to do that because it's just on the way. But yeah, there I'm not sure. We're continuing the story of Knuckles. So yeah, that was the extra fun stuff that 125 has, so these adventure emblems. Oh, I missed the strat. I want to land on the saw. Well, call that gain extra height, but whatever. So yeah, I get these extra emblems. Ugh! And I get very bad movements. And here we are into Skydeck. I'm not gonna restart for every garage piece because if I get too much garage piece, I won't have enough lives for later. Oh, nice. So again, you can use slow to get extra height everywhere as every character, and it's pretty useful as Knuckles at some place like here. In the same time, okay, that's okay, hey. And we're gonna do the coolest clip, but also the most annoying clip afterwards. 13 to Skydeck. I think this one does save more than the Speed Highway clip, but it's way harder to do, and also like it's hard to practice because the only time you can do it is after completing Skydeck and the door is closed. Because if it's not closed, you just clip into the door. And so, well, you can do it. So you have to climb the wall. So Knuckles get out of bounds, kind of like Sonic Foot. But sometimes it just gets backing down if you have a bad angle. So yeah, I'm moving out of time so nice. I finally got it. I don't think there were an enemy. I'm gonna check. I'm not sure. Nah, okay, I didn't check well. But yeah, I'm restarting because I don't have to restart here. Even if I. So hey, good bet. Okay, so the main thing I wanted to add was an energy manipulation. Actually, it wasn't a time loss. I swear. Okay, so coming from the past, I never get it, but coming from Skydeck, I always get it. That's crazy. Because the energy is unreal. Nice. A nice energy manip. Thank you very much. Also, when you respawn from Skydeck, you are slightly further in the stage and you don't tickle, so it's more convenient than exiting from the past. Yeah, the game has weird spawn like that. Some very small differences. And okay, so I don't have the rings of the past Skydeck cutscene, so I'm gonna play safe here because it's very annoying to use the power glove on the boss. As you see, you get stuck on the boss so much. I don't understand how it works. Thankfully, you don't have like the light attack as Sonic, where you can hit the boss by charging your power. So that's good. And here we are. That was some very nice Knuckles. I really enjoyed it myself. Yeah. Yeah, Knuckles is like has the least differences between between story and emblems, because the emblems just do 3 times the same thing. And you have the clip of Skydeck and Speed Highway, I guess, but except for that, it's just Knuckles story. For Casinopolis, there is no clip. Last one, there is a clip, but it's very slow, as you saw. And renting, we can't clip back into it. And it's faster to do the best walk than re-entering it after Lost World. So, yeah. Amy has a little bit more differences. No, actually, I feel like Amy is really worse because you just Amy story plus extra stages that we're gonna see very soon. We are almost halfway through the story. Yeah, as you saw, like the control doesn't disconnect as much when I'm not playing Sonic. That's early. Yeah. And what was I saying? So yeah, we're almost through the run. Tails all done. Almost everything Knuckles done because like we have like 5 stages left. So and Knuckles is very short. So. And we're gonna do crazy thing with Knuckles' final pitch, but you know already what's gonna happen if you watch Gamma Hamlets. As the first run of this marathon Friday night, I believe. And so now what's left is like Alpha Sonic, Amy, Big, Gamma, and Big is very scary stuff. Because like as you saw, like Sonic and Tails and Knuckles, like yeah, it's basically like Tails and story and Knuckles story with extra things that are fun, but not part of you consider. But Big, it does completely change the speedrun. Heredity is restored. This is my planet. Gosh, the cost theme is great. And okay, so Rare drags SE2 praising there. The remix on SE2 is even better, but it's still very good. The original is still very good. Well, the rap part is not great, but the rest is so cool. And it's kind of a thing where they kind of split the two influences of Knuckles theme into Rouge and Knuckles, like the more soul jazz aspect to Rouge and rap part to Knuckles. They have to do that a lot, I feel like, in this situation. Humanity is restored. This is my planet, I'm not surrender. And we are for the rap god right now. That's gonna be interrupted. Stopped. It's Knuckles. Guess who's there? But sorry, an EP? I think it's an EP, right? Or is it Sonic 2? Adventure 2? I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I... oh god, like, correct me in the chat, obviously. And then to Amy. Amy is the hardest character to get back into in a run like this. And like, it's not like her first split is easy. Oh, and the game wants to push me some right stick inputs. My camera is weird. Okay, so prime skip, but very slow. So auto skip as Amy. So you fall down without holding a direction, so you get slightly into the wall, but since you're not pushing against the wall doesn't push you back, so you are in out of bound, and when you actually goes forward, you are already too much into the wall, so the wall pushes you out of bound instead. And when you hit the loading zone, into the first stage, into one of the biggest skip, most infamous skip. We open the door but to have platform, not to get into it. I went a little bit too much into the wall, so I lose my speed. And that's the thing, you can only have a flip at top speed, and it's very easy to lose speed by like not holding the right direction to the wall, and he has a very bad acceleration that makes it hard. And so that's why Amy is very technical, because if you don't have speed you can't flip, and you can't do most of a skip, and you just die. And it's very easy to lose speed, and it's very hard to get back speed because she's more than slow, because I wouldn't say she's fast, but I would say she's okay in terms of speed. It's just that she has very bad acceleration. Like you have to do a full jump to get extra height and extra speed, and even then it's slow. And if you walk, it's even slower, and like you do lose speed so fast. Like the fastest way to move as Amy, except for like running in a real slow that allows you to get over your speed cap, is falling. That's kinda sad. Okay, so Edge Hammer, we only need 2000, and then you can talk to the TV monitor glitch, so we can move during this animation and maybe get a skip. Nice! So you enter the loading zone as soon as the cutscene plays. Well, it's actually not fully perfect, you have a lot of leeway. And so it does skip the cutscene faster, and you don't have to, and you actually get the upgrade during out of the Edge Hammer room, so you don't have to do the extra movement. So it saved 3 seconds and a half. We can skip the entire game as we saved earlier playthrough in the marathon. Because if you do use soft lock after Hot Shelter, and the game stopped giving me some weird camera because of my, well, it's my control fault. Hot Shelter, longest stage in the game, and one of the funniest. Nice, I got the idol falling. Always so cool. T-posing to save time. Well, she's not really T-posing. Okay, that's very good. That's a pretty good Hot Shelter right now. The camera can't fuck me up here. Oh, I got the skip. Okay, I'm doing the slower version where you jump and use the wall to pursue, but it's so fast. Oh, nice! Like, you passed that skip? Not a lot of these things, but it's very punishing if you miss because you can't jump. Because if you jump, well, you mess up the camera and so you can't get the alignment well and you can clip. But we are so used to just jumping to get the speed that it's very painful. Okay, and nice! That's a pretty average, pretty decent Amy story so far. And we get to the artist. So yeah, we could clip back into Twinkle Park, but it's very hard as I said earlier because contrary to Sonic, you can just stand still and jump. We can't really go back to the old shelter. Apparently there's a strat where we can die at the end of a shelter thanks to the Kiki's bomb. And then you respawn at the last checkpoint and you get 50 rings there and you do a shelter C and B. But like, I tried doing it and I couldn't get the emblems. I don't know, maybe I'm just bad, but I didn't make it. And felt like we can't read either the jungle, because yeah, one of the slowest character is the one character that is mandatory to get into the jungle on the way in and the way back. Like, most of the characters do go to the jungle, but like they go once and then they leave. Gamma doesn't even go there, and Big doesn't go there in the story. Tails barely goes there and he doesn't have to go back. Sonic goes there but like doesn't have to go back from, and Knuckles goes 2-way in but he doesn't have to come back, but for some reason Amy has to go down and then go back up. He's the only character that has to do that. But as a speedrun, it makes it more interesting and more movement oriented, and it's great. Even though it's kind of filler, like it's really like, okay, we did 2 good stages, but we don't have enough time to put on effort on Amy, so let's just scrap one Sonic stage, even though Amy is way too slow to actually benefit from it, and some backtracking so it doesn't feel like we just didn't put any effort into Amy. I don't know what love story. I'm gonna learn it one day. I'm gonna learn it like when I'm learning Child. Well, maybe not at the same time, but that's gonna be like the last thing I'll learn, I think, in this game. And then one day I'm gonna learn more of Child. When I'm gonna have a time I'm happy about in this category, which is not that far. Sooner than you may think. Skip, nice, I got it. And okay, and yeah, get some RNG into the stage at the end of this bad Amy stage. So this way the stage has a gimmick and it's not just empty and like it's fun, right? Well, actually people get lost, so it does extend a little bit the story, right? So it's good. Amy story, if there weren't RNG doors, that would be like one of the best category ever. It's still very good, but it's just kinda saddening. Like the RNG on Knuckles doesn't frustrate me because it's designed for it, and this game is like overall Knuckles is pretty forgiving except for the RNG. I will say it's pretty easier. Well, it's not easy. What I mean is that it's easier to get into, but Amy is way more punishing and harder in all other aspects. And then you just have RNG, and you can't do anything about it because with Knuckles, you can't practice RNG, you can't master it, you can't make it less worse, like use less time. But as Amy, you can't. You either get it or not. And yeah. Third door, nothing to complain about. Pretty good jungle. We jump here so we are not on the ladder, so we can jump slightly faster. Into final boss 0, which is a very cool boss in my opinion. It's one of the rare boss where you can actually, you don't have to wait for eating him and like experience it worse, but like a lot of the boss they're just invincible for all the way through, and this one is not. I think it was sub 9, sub 10, so I think we're gonna do pretty okay in the run. Good by 0. Yeah, so I didn't explain all the boss, but you make him go to the laser and you want to eat him before, right at the start of the moment where he gets back out of the electricity, okay? And then you can eat him earlier. And well, I'm not sure. Okay, it was a very bad explanation of 0. I'm sorry. And to be fair, this boss, like I never understood how it worked, and one day it clicked. Like I have to admit. So I think it's a lot about rhythm. So you have to learn a certain rhythm and feel yeah. I couldn't, yeah, but there's a lot of, to be fair, there's a lot of things in this game, but I cannot learn the vibe. Like, I just practice until it kinda clicked. Obviously there were some guidelines, but those things are things that you can do until they become second nature. Okay, this song is a banger. Don't listen to the lyrics though. It's kind of weird and inappropriate for a child game, particularly considering how young is supposed to be hanging. Like, that may be why they created Rouge to have this kind of thing, kind of sexy female character, but it's still inappropriate because even if Rouge exists, there is no male counterpart, and like why do you have to have female character and always sexualize it? It's kind of weird. I know, but whatever. Maybe I'm not Puritan, but actually it's better that they created Rouge and tweet that on Amy because it's weird. But whatever. Sorry. Why am I saying that? Just tell me to stop talking. I think it's better. Sorry. Um. Whoa. Okay, so actually the body is pretty good except for like the meltdown as Sonic earlier because my controller broke. Like it's pretty okay except for that. Like I'm on a good pace. I'm keeping the pace pretty okay. So okay, it's computer. It's not as much as a catastrophe as expected. We are officially halfway through, I would say, the run in terms of length. We are halfway through the credits. Well, no, not halfway through. We are only 3 out of 7. So. Be there for you. Sweet eternity. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go into beat, which is gonna be new, like beat. That's a bad joke. I'm sorry. But yeah, so big story is pretty easy. You complete every stage. Froggy is on the cycle. You get there closer to her to him as much as possible. Sorry, Froggy is a frog, and frog in French is a feminine. So I always thought Froggy was a girl for some reason. I also thought Charlie was a girl in Sonic Heroes, but that's another problem for another day. And so I keep studying Froggy as she, but like actually Big and Froggy are kinda a non-romantic platonic relationship. I think I said twice the same thing, but whatever. And so you have to get closer as possible as Big, as Froggy as possible as Big, and catch your line, catch Froggy, and that's it. But in this category, we have to go a detour to get some of the upgrades of Big, because for some reason, Big has more stage than Amy, and also has the most end grade of all the characters. That's crazy how much content Big has in this game sometimes. Oh, lost 2 seconds to the first cutscene because I didn't push start at the right time, so there is a full dialogue that was said, and Big kinda started to walk away from where I need to go. So we go there, we go to the sewer, because there's only 2 characters in the game that go to the sewer, Sonic and Big, but we don't go from the same side, into the first stage. So for now, nothing crazy, but we have to get 4 upgrades of the lure to have more chance to spawn some fish in some stage. The only way to spawn the bigger fish to be able to catch them later. Okay, so I go close to the water as possible, I catch my line in a straight line as possible. I hold down, I push X to bait Froggy, and then A and X to catch it, to reel him back, and that's Big fishing Froggy. Twinklebug is actually one of the hardest level because since you don't have the life belt yet, you are very far from Froggy, so a lot of bad things can happen because like once you are the fish bite, you are in this minigame with the crazy music, and that can be a lot of RNG involved. And like the longer you are in this minigame, the longer you can get bad RNG and get wrecked. So that's why you want to get closer as possible as Froggy for that, but since we don't have life belts yet, we can't really do that. Oh, by the way, if you keep I think it's any object, but in this case the ice key in hands, you will keep it as long as you have it in your hands. So you can go to the jungle right away and get the lure upgrades, and it's faster than getting it after ice cap because you don't have to re-enter the train. And I don't think like you move slower with the ice key. You may jump slightly less high, so it can make some jump tricky, but yeah. It's kind of ridiculous, but I'm pretty sure it's good. I do a lot of save time when I'm grinding big zombies thanks to this, so I think it's good. So yeah, because Big is so slow that it's faster to go back to the main menu during the story than walking back. That was a pretty good throw. Yeah, throwing as Big is so weird because when you are in jumping, which is the most of the time we jump because it's faster, like just like Amy. Like you moving your Big is moving up his arms, and like by doing so the hitbox of the key is higher, so it's further from where you throw it. So you want to like throw the ice key while you are in the end of the jump, so Big's like is lowering his arms. So yeah, we're gonna do a little detour, get the ice cap upgrade. And here we jump, break the ice, we are in the water. And okay, I threw it too much on the left because I was kinda siding right, so I overcompensate, but that's okay, yeah. It's very slow if like Froggy has to do a detour, has to do a 180 or go a little bit higher or stuff, so you really want to be just in front of his eyes, because except when going forward, if Froggy needs to turn, he's going super slow and losing a lot of time. Okay, gonna get a clip. Oh, I jumped too early. I missed refrag or venom skip. I'm not sure of it it's called anymore. But yeah, I lost a lot. Well, maybe not a lot. Yeah, that's something I didn't explain with Amy, but you want to jump, do a slight jump, so you don't go too high to speed by trying to gain height. But once you're at the top of the jump, you want to hold A, so you stay in the air, and it's faster. You do that as Amy and as Big. Okay, the shortest stage of Big. See, if I did cast my lure closer to Froggy, I wouldn't have this risk of breaking my line, and so I would have saved time. It was still pretty okay, but... And in a structure, I'm gonna try to do the drowning strats, and so doing 3 hot shelter in one go. So it allows to have less energy involved because you have to catch only one fish, and you don't have to extra marine to get back into the stage, and you don't have to do the extra run because hot shelter is the easiest stage in a way to catch froggy and fish, but it's the hardest stage in the sense that it's the longest. It takes some platforming before getting into Froggy, but even then, there's still most of the game of the stage that isn't used. Like, it's the stage where Froggy isn't just in front of you, but the second pool of water, Froggy is just there. Hopefully, because if they hide Froggy in every stage, like, it would have been very annoying, I would say. But yeah. So So if I do it well, we won't have to do this move again. So I'm sitting here. There's usually 2 sharks there, but are generally 2k pounds, or well, big enough. I'm baiting them. Okay, I'm gonna explain it to Petfish later. And so I spawn close to this Petfish. While the pool is filled, I cast my line and I get stuck in it. Because you can move a little bit before casting pouring your line. Which should be good. And now I'm underwater while fishing, which shouldn't be possible because you should be fishing on the surface. And now I'm drawing while completing the stage. I think Allegro already explained it in his category, but whatever. And okay, we didn't see the emblem, but I'm pretty sure I still got it. It's very lenient. It's way more lenient than we would think, actually. And since you have a checkpoint after catching a fish, well, yeah. The hardest part is one because you don't want to catch froggy too fast, because if you do it, well, you don't drone fast enough. But it can, like, it's minigame very rangy, so a lot of bad things can happen. Pretty sure it's okay. We're gonna see if it's, say, mission B. Okay, yeah, it's worked. I didn't do the cutscene skip, sadly, because you can skip the cutscene post or shorter by dying, and it's, I don't know, it's like faster, but whatever. And then you just sketch froggy. And since we've caught 1 2k fish, it works for mission B and for mission A, so 1 fish out of 2, and that's great. Yeah, I think we can skip this cutscene by dying and fly faster, but it's kinda risky because if you do it too late, you get walked out of the stage and you can't do it again, so. And the whole purpose of this strat is gone. Okay, so the first part of peak is done. So, nice. Congrats me. I'm congratulating myself. I'm so narcissistic. I missed one coach. You can talk to the TV so you can move into the animation. It doesn't save that much because, like, look at that. The door opened and I was in almost immediately, but I guess it's slightly faster. Into the final boss, Chaos 6-2, because it's the second time we see it. Hello, Chaos 2, glorious. So we go to the right. So, oh my gosh, that was so fast. I'm starting to be good at this boss because I was bad at it. Okay. It wasn't sub 6 though, and that was a very good big. Okay, so the next segment will be the longest without a break, so I'm sorry, I need to go to the bathroom. I'm going very fast and we're gonna move around because we're gonna do all of Gamma, most of Amy, and the Beaks, Mission B and A. That's gonna be fun. Well, we already got Shelter, the other one, which are harder. You know. Sorry. I'm trying to, like, when I'm actually like grinding category, I tend to almost go to break almost every credits, but like I'm not doing it every time because like I mean, just like this one I needed because like we are in the middle of a run, and the next segment will be the. I feel like it's the harder one because it's sure there's no Sonic in it, but you have to do most of the most specific 125 rules splits, like all of Gamma, where the Tramo glitch, the Amy emblems aren't easy and big. And also the fact that you have to change your gameplay very fast. Well, I'm an SADX runner. I'm not used to do that and to switch gameplay after one stage after another. I'm a very simple person. I can't do multiple things at once. I control one character at a time. Sorry. My small brain is not good enough to either control 3 characters at once or be good at 3 characters every time. Like, I need some break to get to one character to another. So, yeah. Particularly Amy and you have to like all the others to get back into, because there's, well, Big is so different than the rest of the cast, and Amy is very exigent. But for now we're just gonna stop Gamma. Pending range through his lore. Okay, so Gamma, the best way to. Oh no, I didn't want to try this strat. Hopefully I didn't die. I really didn't want to try Skip. Up, yeah. So a lot of Gamma stage are nothingness too, like very short. And then the other one are can be very long, but mostly it's because of the bosses. Because the boss takes a lot of time. Because there's the animation of the boss and then the death of the boss, the entrance of the boss and the death of the boss, which makes the stage longer than they really are. There's also a boss that you can do frame perfect, I believe, but like only Cube that's ever done it. Or is it the task slightly faster? I'm not sure if the thing is that Cube has been able to tie the tasks or one frame of not sure. If you jump and the barrier is getting destroyed, you can flip out of it. Into Emerald Coast, it's been a while. Well, no, we did Emerald Coast at the. It's just not this part of the stage in a different music. Okay, that was slow, but we got the pillars. The next time we will do Emerald Coast, it will be even crazier. You know what's coming. That's funny that Big Gamma steals him Froggy, but in Gamma's perspective, Big doesn't even exist. That's very depressing for me. But I can understand why, like, Gamma, she is busy. Like, she has other things to think about than just a big cat going around for his froggy friend, like frog friend. Like she has life and death situation to think about. She has a whole drama around her. Like she doesn't have to deal with this. We're getting the jet booster, and now we can break the game as Gamma. So we jump into the box, walk into the wall, We roll and we clip, we jump, and then next to the over, we can go to the last stage of Gamma, the biggest against break of the game. It's funny, like, we don't use the mode change at all for the start of the run, and then we just do that on repeat. Because we can't jump right out of the way when you land this Gamma. That's why pillars are hard. That's why I missed there. Okay, wall run. Way easier than any SAT wall run. It's still hard. And the other spot, I got it. You don't want to land too high because if you hit the wall, you lose all your speed and you can get back in and down. But if you are too low, oh, you're not in bound. See? But you don't need that much of your body to be high. And the ball. It's not very well done, but we didn't miss anything. We didn't die. That's... well, I did miss a little bit. I slipped up after one. But we have to do it two more times, so we are far from finished. You have to wait for the fade out, because if you go back to the title screen at the emblem, you have to redo the clip to get back into a chapter. You don't unlock the stage. Okay, so now the same thing but with 50 rings. And as you saw, we skipped all the stage, so you know what that means. Getting the rings, you have to a little bit think about it. Okay, okay, I wanted to play safe and get the shield here, but apparently it was too low. I cannot just... yeah. I forgot about things, I forgot to jump, whatever. And since with Gamma we finished the stage with boss, it can be very tricky and very easy to get hit by the boss at the end, lose your rings, and then oops, you have to redo it again. And since capsule don't respawn, you have to redo the manuing, so very bad. So let's not get hit, and we should be fine. I missed this one. Okay. Lost a lot of time, and it was scary, but we made it. And now we need to do it a third time to get time, and with a time limit. And if the time limit doesn't matter for most of the other characters, with Gamma it does matter a lot, because since your timer is counting down, then we need to finish the stage with 2 minutes up. And with every character, we do most of the stage in less than 2 minutes, so it doesn't matter. And that's Gamma too. But since the timer counts down, it's not in less than 2 minutes, it's less than 1 minute. And since we skip most of the stage, we skip most of the enemies, so we can't really put that timer up. So if I miss this skip right there, I have to restart, but I got it, and I don't know how I got it with this camera, but it was so bad because my controller is imputing right stick input, and that pushed the camera forward. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. That's why I switched out controller, by the way. Okay. Thankfully the auto timer stopped during the intro cutscene of the boss, because if not it would be quite tight. So yeah, the main difficulty of Gamma is done. We still have to do the rest, but the hardest part is completed. We don't have to go back in the stage. If we did that chapter early, we actually unlock stage next to it, Red Mountain. Up. So we jump. When we are in the air, we can stand between the rock and the wall, but when we stand on the rock, because you can stand on one part of the rock, it's kind of flat, well, you clip out. But it's pretty hard to get between the wall and the rock because it's pretty easy to go too much on the left and you hit the rock and you don't get between, and you go to the right and the rock pushes you to the right and you are not in the right spot. Okay, average red mountain. Nice boss, and we won't see red mountain here again. So now we need knuckles to continue Gamma, but here, this big and navy in the middle, so we do them first. Okay, so mission B aren't too bad, and I hate this game. The first time I load into Twinkle Park, every damn time, I get the big fish, and then like I don't have it for Twinkle Park. So we made the fish. So he comes, we reel at range, so to 3.5, but like it's pretty imprecise with the so you have to go, which is pretty, OVJ is pretty hard. You let him bite, you don't hold him down because you don't want to start the mini game, because the whole concept of instant catch is to skip this minigame, and it's very scary and RNG, and the easier the fish is, the harder it is to actually win, and the fish can just go all this way on the opposite side of the pool. It's awful. You reel up with A, and it can't do anything, you catch it. Oh my god, it was so close. And this stage is the worst because it's the first stage of Big, and so the fish tend to be smaller because it's easier to fish them, so the game is like, hey, I want to be nice. And there's only one pool of water as well, so there isn't that much of fish possibilities, like there isn't that much spots where the fish can spawn, and you can have shark, and the shark are the best fish. The only alternative to get 2k fish are these guys, which are very annoying. And for all these reasons, this stage is very annoying. The other thing is that a lot of big fish spawn very deep in the water, and the depth axis really mess up with the instant catch glitch, because basically there's this extra axis to determine the distance between you and the fish. It really messes up, and you get, by for example, 5 meters to 3 meters like in a frame, and you can't react, and so you can't reel precisely the fish close to you, so to make the glitch works. And like, so yeah, I got the 2k fish in mission B, and then in mission A I don't have a fish. That's why not being able to select mission is annoying, and I feel like every time I load into Twinkle Park for the first time, I get great RNG. Also, catching fish, or at least letting them bite, sometimes can make you have a better, like, reroll your RNG. Sometimes it's good to continue trying to fish, but the most reliable way to switch RNG is to restart, and it's annoying because you don't have that much lives. I really don't want to stop up because I already stopped up 2 fish. That happens when you reel too much and don't catch the fish, that's because you didn't get your line close enough to Big. Okay, that's not amazing, but that's not too bad either. Into Emerald Coast. Emerald Coast is hard as well, but not that hard because there's more fish than in Twinkle Park. And you can have car, so there's more chance to have easier fish enough. That's the problem when I'm trying to catch this fish, is that it's too close to Froggy, so when the line gets too close to Froggy, then focuses on Froggy. That's why we are in auto cam as big, is because if it wasn't free, I wouldn't understand why the fish would have lost interest, but because I would be too close to Froggy and the camera would then switch to Froggy, even though it's then we're switching back to the fish in question. That's mission B are easy, like really, because the easier the fish is, the harder it is to get instant catch grades. Because you want to reel as close as possible as Froggy, or else it doesn't work. Okay, I think this fish was very big, like the one in front of me, but it was not the right kind, so it wasn't, even the fact it looked very huge, like this one too. I'm gonna try to catch it to have a checkpoint and to reroll RNG, but I'm pretty certain it's not easy enough, even though it could be, right? But the thing is, if I roll it too much, I'm just losing a cycle. That's a lot of time. I'm not sure. I'm gonna insist. Okay, so it's not that bad that I soft-locked it because I couldn't have it. It's rerolled the RNG, but the fish next to it is not good. Oh, obviously I could go around the stage, but the thing is, it's not guaranteed, and like then I have to walk back down there, which is annoying. So I guess I should go a little bit more out of my way and check more fish than what I'm currently doing. But it's kind of risky because you're not sure to get them. I don't think this shark is good enough. Yeah, it seems too small. This one is better. And I feel like sometimes trying to fish allows you to have better energy, but maybe I'm just superstitious. Okay, I got it. Not too bad. The outer part of the run is out of the way. Unless I miss Froggy and I die, and I game over and then I have to go do it again. Okay, we need to ice up. So ice up works completely different way, because one, since the fish are in under ice, you don't have a checkpoint, so you always start from the starting point, because you could catch a fish while it is on the ice and you get soft lock. So I think that's why they did that. And the other thing is that the pool of water are very not very large or long, but they are very deep. And because of that, it's very annoying to do instant catch glitch. That being said, the fact that it's not very large or long means the fish can't really go that much anywhere to escape you. And so it's very easier to catch them with letting them bite. So I hold them down so the fish bites, and then I just catch them like I catch Froggy. Okay, so the fish aren't good. I could restart over and over and again, but there's only 2 spots of fish here, so it's not that much. It's not that many chances to get a big fish, but here in this pool of water, deep down, but we don't see it yet, there is a huge chance to spawn a red shark like this one. This one I'm not entirely sure it's good. Maybe I should have risked it. But yeah, this one is almost 100% consistent to spawn. Sometimes you get troll is not easy enough. So now we just like troll him. We can go to 2 meters because, and I got trolled. Okay, I should have played a little bit more safe, I guess, but it's kinda RNG if the fish is reeling, and it's kinda outbreak, so I should have maybe stop pushing him at one point, because but the moment where when I was pushing the button, like it wasn't at huge tension, and when it switched and I didn't react in time. That's sad. but let's get it this time. And the fact that you don't have checkpoint when fishing fish in this stage is good because you can go very far and not lose that. Like, well, in Emerald Coast, I would have done the same thing. It could have been very bad. Okay. Thankfully, Froggy is not RNG. Only the spoon of fish are. Okay, all things considered, it wasn't that bad of big. It wasn't extraordinary, but pretty okay. On to Amy, and we're far from finished, but we'll be honest. Switching about here, so 50 rings. So the ring with Amy, like it's very hard, it's very slow to get rings because like she moves slowly compared to Sonic Primal. So most of the stage you need. I'm not gonna do a castle skip, I think, because I got very bad energy. I feel like that was a bad mirror clip, but I'm not used anymore to do this clip. So I'm not staying out of bound. That's okay. It doesn't use that much. Because like there is some rings close to the balloon, but not that much. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so scared. So I maybe it would have been faster, but I had only 31, and I think there's 12 there. So I will need more rings, so I will have to go down anyway to get more rings. Maybe it was the best option, but yeah. You want to get like almost every rings you want right away, and then you can do castle skip. Spacebar, and I have some rights in spin.com that shows how it is done. And there, in less than 2 minutes, well, even without castle skip, I did it in less than 2 minutes. Nearly made it, oh my gosh. But we made it, alright! Finished 3 of us. That's about hard work done. But there is also a shutter, so it's not finished yet. And it's still... But yeah, what I mean is that you don't get across a lot of rings in the spin and boot, even though we don't skip all the stage like in Tails or Gamma by just flying out of bound, and it's very slow to get some. So yeah, the rings are kinda a thing you have to think about how to do them and all. And a lot of RNG is involved, like in the part. And in this stage 2, there's some RNG. Okay, maybe I should go to left here. So here there is 2 RNG capsule. I hope. Okay, I'm super lucky. I got 240. What? So I won't need to get extra rings anywhere. But obviously, if I get 8, I'll die. Then it was also nothing. So it's not. Nice. Okay. Sad. I went too much to the right. Nice angle, I think. I almost died. I was too much on the right. Too much on the left? Okay. What the hell? How did it work? Okay, so this kiki is very tedious. That's not a very good shelter, but if I don't die, it's fine because the first try. Okay, I got super scared here. I can still get it. Okay. It's time. After the A, we're gonna see the most ludicrous time limit for this game. 6 minutes and a half. To be fair, this stage is very long and we just skip lots of the puzzles, but still. Sonic stage aren't even considered that long either. They're like the longest is 5, I think. So, yeah. Not a big deal. I don't know why he didn't jump. It's much better. I missed the step better. So I didn't get the extra items needed for him. Nice. Oh, I clipped. Bad. Haven't yet bridge skip anymore. That's not very amazing. We're here. Nice. We got that first try, so still a decent choker. Okay. Finally I got this one. Barely not 130. Okay, that's good. Let's get to final leg. Okay, so I used to do to rely on RNG there for the drawings, but like it's just slower. But it's so yeah, the fastest way to collect rings is Amy because you're always jumping, and most of the rings are on the ground. So it's not really convenient. So you have to. Why did I even jump so quickly? So you have to jump and use the other while you are. And you can't really enough flip every time because you get extra height, so you don't get rings that better. Like you get one solid ring quickly after you get extra. So you have to kinda when you fall into the ladder, and then taste the rings, the ring capsule, and it's even worse because the ring capsule, like when you eat the capsule, you lose the speed, and it's practically true with aiming. But you want to eat them in a way where you limit your time loss, and it's not that easy. But yeah. That's why I used to skip this capsule. Actually, if you know what you're doing, nice. Not good energy. And I didn't open the door sadly. Well, I didn't expect to have like first door to be fair. It would have been a dream come true. Okay. First door again. And I used to take the ring capsule that are in the back, but like it's a huge detour, and it's quite reliable. I would say it's not that bad, but yeah, I don't think it's. I think it's the this roof is better. People are so upset that I don't do off route. I'm sure. One day. I swear. So yeah, 2 minutes and 30. It can be kind of scary if you get the worst RNG. Because if you get the worst RNG, like the 5, I can't see being close to over 2 minutes if you don't play perfect. But yeah, it shouldn't happen. And if it does happen, you can still restart. It's not that huge a deal, but yeah. I almost lose to Sonic on Ice Cap as Tails, so anything can happen. And if I give the checkpoint, I can't do this threat. Every time I was gonna argue that every time I miss skip, I get the better game at that. Okay. That's very bad. Because I play bad and I don't get very good. Oh! Well, that happened. Okay, this energy was trash. 2-3, 2-3, and 1-5. Okay, no, actually, I'm so far from 2 minutes. I don't know what's the mistake, but you shouldn't get scared about this time limit. We're gonna exit trial mode to get into sub game for any edge cover, because the edge cover are specific because the one in the adventure field is different and gives you upgrades, and this one gives you emblems. I need to get 2,000 for the first one, it's not that hard, and then 3,000, so it's pretty easy. Oh, I'm so lucky here. So yeah, when you have the upgrade, you just spam it, and you refresh it 2 times to not get that and lose a lot of points. So basically, this stage is an auto-scroller. You have to activate as soon as possible the game, mini game, and then just complete it, nothing else. Or unless if you miss the point, of course. Also, you can be in 3-cam here and try to in the adventure field, and it can make the camera play bad sometimes if you are too close. You can get very close to Amy and then it's zooming, but also it doesn't want to get too close to Amy, so it goes back, and so yeah, it can really mess up. Alright. Okay, we did the... okay. We're done with Hemi. Now we're gonna go to Knuckles and we're gonna do trial mode glitch proper. So we load Knuckles, and by loading Knuckles, we load his 5th and 4th stage. And since with Gamma, we didn't do Rainy Valley yet, but we still did a chapter. We have one empty space, that's why we don't need to only do red protein or else this clip doesn't work anymore. By the way, doing the stage doesn't help, it's just that since I select Knuckles, it's faster to just do the stage. In Gamma's Emblem we don't do it because we don't need to, but it's a little bit of optimization. And now I can do into Gamma, Knuckles Skydeck as Gamma. So, but what I mean by Knuckles Skydeck is not 3 Knuckles, it's just the map of Knuckles, which is Skydeck Act 3. Because since Gamma is not supposed to go here, it doesn't load actually the layout of Knuckles, so it's not really Knuckles Skydeck, but thankfully, because if it was Knuckles Skydeck, we would have to grab there would be way less rings and we would have to grab the emerald pieces, it would be awful. So it's Sonic Skydeck, the layout of Sonic. And so we have a lot more rings and take the capsules, so we can finish the stage kind of easily. So now we can just do it again, but since I won't need to try animation anymore, I'm just finishing Knuckles. Wow, this RNG is amazing. This RNG was good. I played bad, but it was very good RNG. it's just to say menuing that we do all knuckles now. But obviously, if I miss Yama's Kaidek, and sadly we can't really replace any other emblems for some reason. Like, depending on the way you do trial glitch, it only affects one emblem slot. So we can't do like Lost World at Knuckles, for example, to unlock, I don't know, Winnie Valley Gamma, because this way of doing trial glitch only affect the 4th stage, I believe, and so Renting. But if you do the other way to do trial glitch, where you only do the stage level 2, or if you just do a way to overflow the value of stage 1, and so you have only to do a way where it doesn't address the stage, because like creating stage 1 of the character allows the game to write that down trial glitch, and so allows you to have the list. But if you do the other way of trial glitch, like if you do Kiss and Play Story as Knuckles, and you can get to Winnie Valley as Tails Winnie Valley thanks to that, or Final Egg, you will unlock another emblems. I think it's the first one, maybe that's, but yeah. You can't really change thanks to trial glitch which emblem you get. So you can't only do random chain emblems. We can't really do another station. We can only do it twice, because you still need to do random chain once normally to complete the story and to unlock Winnie Valley to continue the story, and to also just get the other emblem Gamma. So yeah, now back to regular. So since I did random chain earlier, I unlocked Winnie Valley. I guess I was very confusing in my explanation. I'm really sorry. Okay, so that's kind of funny, because this clip is kind of similar to how you get out of the valley in Winnie Valley's Tales. It's kind of going into an invisible wall that is so large that you're super close to the center of it. So the game is like, okay, this collision is kind of annoying to load, so I'm just stopping if you are like going into the same spot every time. So that's why you want the camera to be very stiff. That's why it's harder in free camera. But shout out to Mimic, who does this in free. Which is why we are most of us do switch in out of for this stage, and also for the rest of the movements in the story, but that's for later. So since I did Winnie Valley, I unlock Emerald Coast, and I get a lot of rings early on. I can stand on this invisible collision, and then thanks to the jet booster I can just jump, and oh, I stand up just like Sonic. Great! And so yeah, we finished the stage in 17 seconds. But that's because I got the rings. Like, you can get 10 seconds if you play very well. So it does save like 14 seconds compared to the other strat. Well, the other strat without the jet booster, so a bit less, I guess. And our this one is very tight. Okay, it's very tight because if you go too far, you get into the water, and so what? Okay, I missed. Okay, the reason why, because you see that the time limit is 3 minutes. We start with 3 minutes. We need to have more time, but we skip the whole stage, so how do we get that much time? Thankfully, they designed the stage well, so there's a lot of extra time there. But you see that even by killing every enemies, I only have 3 minutes more than the time limit. So if you miss the skip too much, you have to restart the timer, because you don't have time, you know. Very tight stage. Okay, here we are into anyway. Okay, some rings just on our back, so we just break them, and here we are. Yeah, the fact that Gamma can take rings by shooting them makes it way easier to hit the rings. It will be very annoying without that. Find an egg. Well, this stage is even more empty than I'm supposed to be. There's nothing. Even in time, you don't scare anything. There's not enough enemy that they couldn't like rise the time too high. And I didn't do Winnie Valley. Why, you may ask? Well, because I wouldn't do it in trial mode. Because I remember with Tails, where I beat Gamma and I take the rings. Well, I'm gonna do the same thing. And Winnie Valley B is very annoying because with the clip I do, I skip most of the stage and there isn't that much rings. Like there is, without counting an RNG capsule, I think there is like 30, maybe 40 if you take every rings. That's barely enough. But now with Sonic, I have these 12 extra. So, well, actually I have enough rings. And that allows me to do this strat. So not only does make this Winnie Valley become strat consistent, because if you don't, you rely on RNG, and you don't want to do that, so you do it normally. But also, like, you don't have to do the extra death swap. Well, you have extra movement because it's slower to get from here to Winnie Valley to Red Mountain than from the train. That like the same difference there is in Sonic Adventure at Dreamcast between the Japanese version and the international version. But I don't do any manuing in the trial, so it can't compensate for it. Because here, like the cutscene plays because you don't need to die, you just need to spawn in this zone while completing Winnie Valley. And so exiting the stage works too. And the most time loss you have is like coming back from Winnie Valley. But that's not very slow. And there I need to kill one enemies to get enough time for the time limit. That's funny because like that's the only enemies where you can actually aim more than 6 and get so much time from it. So that makes this time limit free here. If it wasn't for this enemy, I guess it would be kinda annoying to get Winnie Valley A because you could just skip the stage again. But okay. I gotta be careful not to go forward too early because if you do, you get stuck in the invisible collision up there. And auto camera is also good for this part, funnily enough. Like, Gamma is the only character except for Sonic where I guess some people, I guess you can do some stuff on Naruto with all the characters, but for the most part you do brief with everyone, Naruto with Big, and Sonic use Chain, and Gamma it is a little bit of Switch too, but like, with this part, that's very interesting. Alright. Yes, I already beat Red Mountain. The cutscene plays after I exit it, but since I exit it and not completed it, I can do the death wall, so extra time save. And yeah, I already completed the theater, so the cutscene plays. You know the deal, you know triangle glitch. It doesn't surprise anyone anymore, sadly. Into final boss, and now since I didn't do the death swap before Winnie Valley, I have an extra life, so if I want to attempt body shot, I can. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I'm gonna all or nothing. It's so bad. Okay, I'm losing 30 seconds. I shouldn't have done that, but to be fair, I don't think we are overestimated right now, despite all the bad things. But... like, Sonic was very bad, but it was mostly because of controller issues. And since then, yeah, like, pretty decent run so far. Except for that huge time loss after that. It's normally didn't got double shot, but I restopped 3 times, so I was 15. If I got double shot, I would break even, not even save that. It's so bad animation. I'm so bad at these boss engine. And no. And we are entering the last part of the run, which is Sonic and Supersonic, which obviously you can't finish by Gamma. I was gonna reset, like go back to Intel 5 and review. Yeah, so the other reason why I think this segment is very tough is that you don't have a break for all these parts. From big critic to Gamma's critic, you don't have any break. That's also why I think it's one of the toughest part of the run. While with Sonic you have the Sky Chase, and well, the other characters, since you do most of them in one go, and you don't have. Yeah, we do all the triangle in once, almost, except for Sonic, basically. So that does add up a lot. One of the best things of this game. And also, like, the weight is one fading into the theme of C1 and K Beta, the final boss of Gamma. Very, very cool. Detail. That's funny because we end on this kind of like smooth note. That's why also I love to do Sonic late, because you have this thing where you're kind of in the smooth note, and then you go back in Sonic right into the action. One of the most bombastic part of the game and of the run. So yeah. Maybe I should have went to. Yeah. It's gonna be okay. So the next part of Sonic is gonna be very fun because we're gonna get a lot of emblems in the energy field as Sonic. and a lot of it is very specific because like the other characters in the Tech Carrier, they don't do much. Big, Gamma, and Amy, they just stay inside, so they don't go too much on the bridge. Tails is kind of free before Skydeck, but then after like he's walked out instantly. Knuckles is the one character that, except for Sonic, is the most free into the carrier moving during the story. But again, it's pretty slow to climb, and even then you don't have much to do inside, like that is mandatory, so it's very much used it too. While Sonic is the only one that already stayed in the car for a while, and you have kind of to do something with it. So that's why also we do a lot of the extra emblems with Sonic here. So we are almost done with Sonic to be fair. And yeah, that's what I forgot. I remember. You remember when I told this? I need to do this again. Well, because I already have the emblem with Sonic Tails, so we're losing so much just because like. I'm pretty sure I was like too afraid. I wasn't that much early, but that was too early. So if I missed the point with Tails, I would just have leave. But I don't think I would have remembered that. Yeah, so this one was very good, but like the Sonic first half was so a disaster that. Yeah, it's not that great. What's this? So it's only the third time we saw that. I hope you really appreciated this Kaichi's person run. That was an incentive if we donate enough. So I'm really glad for our community to go up this. Thank you very much. Thanks for your generosity. We're gonna be a little bit overestimated because of the incentive, but we made it story. I don't think we're gonna be overestimated because this is kind of annoying. Yeah, because I got the emblem, but like I restarted the game too early, so it doesn't defeat the stage. So yeah. Alright. Frontier got 20,000k anyway. But I really thought I was big playing like well. Alright, we're here. Wow, this place is huge. What a nice transformation. We were so proud of him. Okay, so we won't go to something, and I need to remember about it because if I don't do that now, it's super slow. So normally you're supposed to use a cannon to break this box, but in practice I got it super fast. But you can just push yourself and finish the side and you hit it from. You can do from the two sides. I think this one side is easier. But why? Oh my god! I did practice it this morning. Oh no! I never thought I would lose so much time to this. That's the first time I'm missing it. Okay. Very precise. And you can't really it's kinda hard to practice because once you got it, you can't get it anymore. So you have to reload the save to practice it. Be sure that you are done because you can practice the thing with what we think it's good, but since there's not the emblem, you don't have the feedback so much. So it was some static, maybe love, and that's not ironic. I really love this page. I really prefer it to Lost Word, even though I can see why it's very punishing and people dislike it. This thing is I got lucky anyway. I didn't have to go fast, but I got it. Up above the invisible wall, and we. Oh no! I thought I was okay. I was almost sure I hit it, but apparently not. I didn't pick up. Sad because it was very close. Nice. Oh, and remember the rings of this boss? Well, we can use them here too. It's not really useful though. I'm doing it just for flex, but I'm not sure it's faster in Sonic because of the fact that this clip is not that hard, it's pretty fast. You can do it in the other side by the way of the you just need to be at the very edge of the room, and I'm pretty sure like because you can't really get to entirely in the corner because there's like an inevitable collision that pushes you inside and that will help you. I think that's the reason why, but you basically go in the corner and spin dash in front of you. You can alter to be more safe and have more time to react to turn and get into the loading zone, and so you can get into knuckles. The problem is you don't respawn back there, and that's the reason why it's so slow, because you always respawn back inside the ship after beating Skydeck as Sonic and Tails, and you have to take the other back, and it's super slow. And the extra ring I get from Gamma doesn't really save much, because it saves this time on. Oh, I missed my jump. You want to take to the elevator because it's a huge work of brains. I didn't get it? I didn't really capture that? It was so close. Anyway, that was getting B. That was getting B. That's average Sonic right now. It's not too bad, but yeah, that's because of this animation that it's slower to do it. It's, I think, slower by 12 seconds, not too much. And the reason why I took the crystal ring is for this split. So in Sonic Story proper, you just clip inside tower. What am I doing? But Tasty's 2 emblems there. Okay. Okay. I tried the same thing that I wanted to do in skip this animation there. And this emblem is in the same room than the normal routes. So having the crystal ring can make it safer. Because like keeping the light dash this way is hard, but I just did it anyway. Lol. So I could have not taken the crystal ring. If you're good at this thing, that way is very hard. And there's another place where having the light dash can be handy to do some light dash to get some rings in some mission win sometimes. Particularly in Lost World. Well, if you do a very good crystal ring entrance, you only lose 2 seconds getting the crystal ring. So. That was a very bad split. The end was good, but I struggled so much getting the top one. Oh, that's a very good KO 6. Well, no, because I think you can get the sub 20 with the crystal ring. Okay, into Lost World. Now we're talking. Yeah, in that, yeah. So yeah, you want to get in the sideways, so you get extra from stage. You push start just like with Knuckles. You don't want to go against the door, because if you go against the door, I think you are applying a collision to the door, so you're losing some speed early on. So you can't click through the door, so you won't kind of go sideways while you push start I feel. I don't know if it's the reason why, but if you go too much forward, you can't let it go. Yeah, I'm a coward, I don't know what is I skip. So yeah, the boulder gets your speed, but with a delay. So you can, so you accelerate after you accelerate, so you can take some advance towards him. But then when you accelerate because there's a hole, the boulder like does catch up, and so you can get it. So you have to be careful there. Very average. To be honest, Sonic is very average since I came back. Not that awful as the start, but okay. And also the reason why I'm doing Sonic in 2 parties for this, which is slow. There is no reason. Don't do that like I do. But you spawn here, but it's not too far here, and you can do a spin dash over here and get into Cellular Sonic. And if you do it, don't do tails, you can get that. But we see why we skip this door as tail. And if I found a way to clip into something, I'm pretty sure it would be not that slow to do Cellular Sonic, but that's slow either way. That's funny because it's kinda like it's not that hard to do but you need to do a spin dash over, and I don't think a spin dash over to get to the button as Sonic. And I'm not sure the spin dash over is an intended mechanic. So that's kind of funny where it's you're kind of supposed to get in value from the adventure field as Sonic. So I'm not completely sure what is the requirement of score, but if you get more than 30 door and a pretty fast sub 45, sub 50, Sonic will get the score requirement. It's not faster as Sonic. To do the stage, it's barely slower. And yeah, that's just for fun. I will eventually switch my route when I really want to optimize it. And back into It's very weird how the snake work because like you have some time to like if you don't do it first try you can jump cancel and get back into the side of what of the snake, but like after a while it flattens and you can't do it again. You have to start. It's kind of weird of these collision loops. Like the fact that you can get so much height from us. Well, I guess the collision is invisible, partly invisible, and it's not as small as we saw it. But the fact you get so much height from nothing, and then like after a while you can't do it anymore. That's very weird to try. Yeah, getting hit by the shoulder rare is like a death sentence to your run. It's like you can. There's a lot of rings here, so you can back it up, but it does lose a lot. Well, okay, I just gave up on playing well. Yeah, so this clip is annoying because of the way you spawn and so it's hard to set up yourself well. It's not that hard, and it's even easier this time around when you practice it. Like if you want to practice it in a file that has completed in a 130 file, it's actually harder because like after you beat Lost for the first time in I don't think in Dreamcast it's the case, but in DX, the same way like Emerald Quest reclose. The stage goes down again like it was initially during the cutscene before Lost World, and I'm pretty sure in Dreamcast it stayed like that, but in DX it goes down again. And I don't know if like the loading zone is affected, but what that means is that when you're re-entering the stage right away, like I'm doing right now during the story, it can get easier to the platform itself of the head of the snake entrance, and it can allow you to get a bit more lenient to get into to touch the loading zone. If it wasn't for the death, it would be okay. Hey, yeah, I forgot to tell that 4 minutes and 30, even though I play bad, is still not something very hard to. Into final egg. Alright, that's not a very good puzzle. Can look at this camera stop, thanks. Nice. Don't go too much to the left. Don't spin dash into between the platform once you clear. Not for now. You want to aim in the middle. Ah, I missed I missed the initial spin dash. I'm pretty sure I wasn't. Maybe I could have tried it anyway, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't. I was too low to make the jump, so I did the backup, but it was still okay. Still, I forgot about just skipping the crane a little bit. Alright. We are very close to the estimate, but that's very bad. I'm sorry. Because now I can't, like, the start of the run I could complain, but now it's just my fault. Like, I didn't play very well with Sonic. This second half of Sonic. There is nothing else about except for that. I know. Sonic Viper. We don't move over of the square we are in, or else. What? Why? Okay, so because I was explaining that you don't want to move out of the square you are in, or else Egg Viper is gonna continue to shoot at you. And because of that, I went sideways when I'm not used to do sideways for avoiding this second hit. And I just... well... I'm on automatic right now. So yeah. You avoid it, or you can avoid it by going sideways, and a lot of people do. I prefer doing this way, so I don't have. It's easier. I literally don't move in the large in one axis, like it's literally 3D. I don't think it's faster to do my method. Yeah, the less you move, the less the boss will do movements himself, so the less time it will be long. You get hit at the edge there, and so the face ends sooner. You hit the boss before Eggman exits the cockpit, so you don't get sent to the other platform and it's forsaken by face. You can't go too early on the boss because he doesn't have a nerd box, active art box, so you can't actually damage him. You can actually delay a little bit, or jump very high, so the time you go down, you hit him. And depending on the reason why I do a dynamic attack here is because this way I can buffer A. Because depending on how you hit the boss the final time, you can get stuck in his collision or lose a lot of height, and so because of that, you just can't make it and you fall and you die and you lose. So that's why I omega attack. So I buffer A, so I'm sure to get extra height for meeting the boss, and it's easier. And it didn't matter. Nah, just kidding. We're gonna have to complete a little bit of stage as Sonic, Ice Cap, Red Mountain, Final Egg, and one Sky Deck, and then it's time for Supersonic, which I believe the Supersonic, all Supersonic is later today. So yeah, we're gonna explore the full experience of Supersonic. We're gonna have a little glimpse through this run. I already need to go to the bathroom, I'm sorry. I need to. So much to do. So I fear when I don't know where I can be wrong. This fight is not for it. This is just for myself. Okay, I restrained myself a lot, but it came. In the end, it came the bad off-tune singing. Without really knowing the lyrics as well. You love to hear it. So the fire. We say goodbye. Always keep on running. Going to your it doesn't matter. It's always right. This shot of sketches juke where it always got into place. It should be well clear of that. In Tails, it's actually the right moment, but in Sonic, I don't know why they mess up. Yeah. Whoa. 117. We're getting very close. We're getting closer. Okay, so we did like 5 minutes of breaks, so time for a little bit of nothingness again. Because here we are in Ice Cap. Ice Cap B, so I have to take these rings on the way. This clip is harder from without having to turn. And then new clip, and that's it. So yeah. Like, I didn't play very well, so 8 seconds slower than regular Ice Cap, but in general, I did 16, I think, so not even 5. Obviously, if you die here, it does lose a lot, but not that much compared to dying in a regular Ice Cap. Because, well, you can get through on the way, so. The capsule. Tricky. I feel like if you jump too early, you jump on the slopes, you get a very rectilinear trajectory, but no height at all, and you don't get in the capsule. So you have to do a little jump a little bit. Yeah. Ice Cap. In 4 minutes. Well, with the timer froze, we do it in sub 1. But we are clearly sub 2 minutes, very low 1 minute. Alright, that's nice. So imagine if we did the 3 Ice Cap in a row. So we would do the 3 Ice Cap into Chaos 4 into Sky Cheese. That will be a very thrilling run. So the next in Ranontaine, we can literally do the same stage all the time, but for the rings, it's kind of hard to get the 50 rings without doing some detour. But it's possible. I'm not sure it's gonna happen. I'm not actually reading. I'm just watching which stage where I don't have every button, by the way. Oh, nice. Oh. Okay. Also, and maybe it's superstitious, but the fact that it's of the crystal rings. Oh, that's such a bad hit. I feel like out getting the capsule if you're not jumping and just starting a spin dash. Because you can get with the charge of light dash, this capsule without jumping, but it's rather inconsistent. Ah, okay, so that's my fault. I know that it's kind of bad to try to roaming attack this capsule, but whatever. Okay, the game is nice. It could have been very. I feel like the game is kind of aware that the 50 rings challenge can be very annoying, and so it puts some ring capsule very close to clean place, like right at the start, next to the checkpoint here. Like, I don't know, I feel like the game is very forgiving in terms of rings for the 50 rings challenge. We're just very clever as a speedrun community to find the backups, but I don't know. Less than 3 minutes, that's funny because like Sonic stages, they grow like the depth thought that they were longer and longer. Like Animal Coast less than 2 minutes, Waverly less than 2 minutes and a half. Police less than 5, therefore it was very long. Ice Cap less than 4.5. So like you really are. It's like it's getting bigger, longer and longer, and then Twinkle Park less than 3 minutes, and then Speed Highway less than 2.5. Like it's less long. Like there's something like they thought the stage where with the gimmicks like Ice Cap and Casino will be among the longest, and this stage a little bit more to the core, where shorter. I don't know where I was going with this, but yeah, it's not very linear, I guess. Which isn't surprising, but I don't know. No, the worst thing is that I was thinking about the fact that you don't want to emerge capsule here, and I was thinking about the fact that here you want to over, so you get extra high, and because of it's extra high you can skip the third enemies. But because I was thinking all of that, I just made a mistake. I'm so dumb. It was good, like, I was playing okay. Oh, I got so lucky every time the rocket was in the right place. Like, actually I was very lucky about the early rocket. Not that I need it. Okay. Finally we get a capsule. Very sloping one, but it is anyway. This final leg is very annoying because at 3 there's a huge risk of dying. So a lot of people play very safe and take the elevator and stuff, and I completely get it. Personally, I just play the stage like if it wasn't kind of like easy, and I take all the rings at the end. But there is a lot of RNG involved, so I can't see why people don't want to mess with this. And do like Woody Valley where they don't restart here. What? Okay, I missed the clip. That's Alright, I'm okay. And nice. Well, I suppose also, like, posing, for some reason, makes it easier to land on capture from very, very long fall. I tried to do that in New York as well, like, but I didn't have a good angle, so I didn't make it. Even with games. Can you please not? It's not. This camera is not on purpose. I'm not doing that on purpose. Like, there's no reason for that. Nah, I should stop doing this. Ah, I missed the Bailey, man. Okay. Why? Okay, I'm frustrated. I want to do the all over. Okay, I know it's bad and it's lose time. Okay, I never got it. What? Okay. Fuck you, camera. Okay, I'm losing a lot here because I'm stubborn and I hate myself. It's not like it matters, like the run is already not that good, like it's not bad time loss but kill the run or whatever. I should just have played safe. I'm not angry against time loss, I'm angry against decision making. Now it's time for Supersonic, everyone. Humph! We are almost done. Okay. Popped. I'm hitting all the walls. I'm bad. Okay, we will get Cream Skip. Oh, okay. I went with. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, I missed it. Like, I didn't even have time to attempt Cream Skip like that. Because it just happens. I'm not very sure. I guess when I usually get Cream Skip, I get with. I came into the cutscene with a lot of speed. And there I missed my spin dash, so when I came to when I was at the distance of Cream, I was releasing my spin dash because I missed a spin dash. So I wonder if it is related. I need to learn Supersonic, like I'm losing a lot. Like in all stories, like sure I can get a sub 30 Sonic. But like, I could just save 10 in the Supersonic because I don't know how to play this category. Like, I really need to do it. I'm gonna plan to do it. So, I'm very bad at Supersonic. Because I'm bored. I'm getting very bored very fast too. So I don't really put so much effort. That's gonna be a very flaccid ending. Like, everything about Sonic was bad, and the rest was pretty okay. Like, I lost 10 to Sonic alone. I don't know if to perfect it. I also missed the Rainster. Yes, that's okay now. Oh! I perfect it. Whatever. But it was slow because I did a lot of slalom because I wanted to avoid things. But I'm pretty sure we can do that more efficiently. Two perfect hit. Let's go. Everybody, we're gonna forget about a little rest and just I did a perfect hit on the last hit. So that was a great run. Nice. And it's not finished because we skipped this cutscene and then we have the credits roll for a new heart and then it's gonna be ended. But yeah, we can already estimate the time, right? Because it's just that one credits. So it's gonna be barely set 3 hours and 48 minutes. Wow. Okay, it wasn't as bad as I expected it when my controller broke. Like really, it was just Sonic that was bad, and partially my fault. Like, I didn't play very well in the end. Not gonna lie, it's not just, and it's also my fault. But the rest was very solid, all things considered. Like, it wasn't amazing, but like definitely good. Like, I can't complain about the rest. I'm quite happy. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry about all the misfortune and bad thing that didn't go very well. I'm sorry. Also, my commentary went off rails a lot. I'm sorry. I'm kind of tired. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be alright. So yeah, thank you very much. To allow me to do this run to showcase. Yeah. I'm lost for words right now, I guess. So wait, oh no, wait. Oh yeah, the category is so long that it doesn't show the length of the full run. Do we see the full run time, or I'm like tripping and there's a problem with my overlay? That would be great. That's great to realize that after for 3 hours. Oh my gosh, I'm so whatever. I just can't sing. I need to learn to sing. Two, three. What a game! What a story! I love this game. This is great. I'm just the thing is, yeah, I'm not at all objective about this game anymore. Like, I love everything about this game. I run 1.5. I need to learn Chow, and when I learn Chow, I will say the whole game is perfect and great. And like, it wasn't like that when I started speedrunning. When I started speedrunning, it was like Sonic is great. The rest, I kind of like this. I kind of know. Knuckles, Amy, I'm not sure. Gamma, big is bad. And yeah, but now I'm loving all of it. Even everything. Don't speedrun SLX, or you're gonna start loving every aspect of this game and being a very biased person and have bad opinions on the internet, and that's the worst crime you can do. Thank you very much. And it is 1:25. Finally, end of the time. Okay, that's.
Yeah, GG's Drag. Thank you very much for showing that off. That's been a real fun time. Really cool to see. Sorry about the controller issues that were coming up every now and then.
I remember my other controllers doesn't work, so I had to come back to this one. The thing is annoying because when I play other character it's fine, it's just when I play Sonic, since I move my hands so much, like sometimes bad stuff happens. Whatever. Except for that.
Thank you very much for showing off 125 emblems in such a great way. Real pleasure to have you. And yeah, that's gonna wrap things up here for the time being. We've got another SADX run coming up afterwards, which is the randomizer showcase from Sly. It's going to be at 9:23 AM Eastern. But for the time being, if you've got anything left to say or shout out or anything whatsoever, go right ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I talk a lot, like for the full run. So I don't know if I have anything more. You heard me a lot complain and stuff. So I think maybe you heard me enough. I don't know. I'm excited about the next Tales mini tournament that's gonna happen in 2 weeks, right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be very fun.
First, start of April. Start of May, even, I should say.
Yeah.
That'll be a good time.
Very excited about that. Very excited about the rest of the marathon. So this showcase, another showcase, and I wasn't very present for the rest because of work and stuff, but I'm gonna enjoy the ending of this marathon. And yeah.
Alright, looking forward to it. So don't go anywhere, gamers, because we'll be back sometime very soon. Sonic Adventure DX Randomizer Showcase. Big thank you once again to Drag and everybody else who's hopped on so far. Looking forward to the rest of the marathon. We'll see you in a little bit.